everybody, to the Toivoan Sea Dogs. Before we get started today, if you know someone who wants to play in a Geomeric game, I need to talk to them about getting on the waitlist so we can get them involved. We also have a Patreon over at patreon.com/Geomeric. Go check that out. We also have the YouTube channel. If you've not checked out our YouTube channel, we have podcasts, playlists, shorts, long form videos, archives of everything. Go check it out. And if you do watch the stuff, do hit the thumbs up. It does help us out a ton. Lastly, we have a new clip contest going on where if you toss a clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel, you'll be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. Last month, we gave away a piece of Double Laser headshot art. We're going to be doing some more fun things this month, so go ahead and get involved with that while you can. Let's go ahead and get you guys started. It's time to play some D&D. We do have everybody here, which is awesome, except for Chiron and Astrid. Astrid is out. She is fine. We wish her the best. Should say that she should go and break a leg because she is out working in the theater. And hopefully Chiron can join us here shortly.
In the theater?
The theater.
Yeah, it's
The
hot.
theater.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got a note from Chiron. He is running late. He is going to be here, but is just running behind. So,
It's mood.
all good.
Something's behind what?
Indeed. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently here in Ryport, where you have established a home base of sorts at the 7 Stories. Last time, we left you guys off having just disengaged with Astrid's family after having checked in with them, trying to find more information about the heart of the sea. The HOA president, Sharon, got a little bit nosy with you guys and has been repelled by your actions. She has retreated back into her own house, and you guys are now free to roam the city. With the heart of the sea on the horizon and the city around you, the question becomes, what would you guys like to do as it is midday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
I believe right at the tail end of last session, our intent was to head toward the docks? Question mark.
We're preparing to see if your ship had been stalked by the financier.
And to pick up Chester from the
Yeah, we
ship,
were
I
gonna
bring
Bring Chester to the Sensory.
Chiron,
one
I can't
with the
believe
silent
you're
bartender
6
for some
minutes
reason.
late.
And I wrote down a note to make sure that with the restocking, did we include that the ship needed to be refitted with a new nameplate?
You guys had considered that.
Because there would be a ship right there at the docks, would there not?
Yeah, there's paint.
I think that's what you had this document commissioned, was with the new name, and
Yes.
therefore you needed the ship to reflect the new name.
I just wanted to make sure that made it on the list.
You have a list?
Oh, we
Quite
have
organized
lists.
of you.
Oh, honey, I always have a list.
You don't have a...
Yeah,
I'm going to take that into account.
this is the player talking. You haven't seen my you haven't seen my OneNote.
You know what? Just
Is it
read
a
the
wall
list.
with yarn?
It is just one note that says list.
Oh, it is definitely not. I've seen it.
Until you have a basement wall with a whole bunch of yarn, get on my wife's level.
Listen, she does. She's still looking for Pepe. Who is Pepe?
Eric and Niana, the Blackwaters have been granted inspection.
Hey, thank you.
Only the Blackwaters we feel
Okay,
special.
Travis.
Yeah.
The only other person who doesn't currently have it is Chiron.
Tracks.
Glad you were able to make it today, sir.
So I guess
To the docks?
to the docks.
To the docks.
To the docks.
To the docks.
To the docks. Don't get docks.
Welcome to Friday morning, guys.
And that other crew member, Leaf my socks alone. Are we going to leave him on the ship, or are we going to leave him at the 7 Stories?
Probably gonna leaf Valrath here.
I forgot about him.
I finally checking that.
And then I had appointment this morning, and I have dropped a set of keys in my wallet, and I didn't know if
We can
somebody
hear
turned
someone
in.
saying something about a
Yes, somebody's
wallet.
got a hot mic.
So as you guys come down to the docks, the salt air is a little bit refreshing. Have the entirety of the docks to yourselves as dock workers are moving about and bustling. Ship is
This is
guarded. Yes,
This is a new dock art for
thank you.
Ryport.
Glad you
Mhm.
like it. I hope you like it.
Looks good.
It's
It's a
interesting.
lot busier than what the old one was.
Yes. It got brought to my attention that a big city like Ryport would have many ships, not just one.
This is a true statement. Considering that the overarching art for Ryport is like nothing but docks.
Correct. So, as you guys are currently in the flooded caldera of a volcano filled with docks and ships, approach your ship, and Chester is just outside the vessel, waiting for you.
Merrick's straight away going up to Chester, hand on his shoulder, gonna lead him, walk with him back onto the deck of the ship, because even though it's not his, Merrick kind of straight away takes charge on making sure everything is ship shape, because that's the kind of person he is. So he's gonna walk around and make sure that everything is stocked, everything is where it should be.
Sure.
Once he's doing that, Valor's gonna pull Nayana off to the side. What are we doing with this hound-like creature?
Snarfang.
Yes.
Oh, we're not gonna cut him loose. That's probably best
Is
to
he
stay on here on the
staying
ship.
on the ship?
It's probably best he stay out on the ship and out of sight until we leave. We just have to get him here. Under cover of night.
He's not going to chase the mouser, is he?
And she just looks at him. No.
We're sure.
Sure. Very sure. Besides, I think Tom Bob will be staying here, won't he? Or is he coming with us?
Didn't we acquire him to keep rats off the vessel? And with the significant increase of stores that Chiron's contacts have acquired,
It would be the wise thing, I. Me and him do get along so well.
Just saying. I mean, you're the captain and all. I would defer to your judgment. Though, seems like your husband's taken over.
Her eyes cut over to Merrick. It's what he's good at. And honestly, probably best.
He is.
We'll have to... Isn't he, though? And that's a discussion we'll have later on. But,
A question, a professional question. If it came down to cross blades between you and your husband, who would win?
ooh. Chesh just have to
Just
think about it
curious.
a moment. Well, he did teach me everything I know. Although our styles are a little different.
Like, did the student surpass the master? Or do you still call him master?
Never called him master. And he's never dumb enough to demand it. But it's been a long time since we've had a good spar, come to think of it, he and I. At least of that nature.
I mean, just something I might be interested to watch, but that's food for thought later on.
She actually gets a thoughtful look, and then looks and watches Merrick for a second while he's talking to Chester. We might.
He is a take charge kind of guy.
Comes naturally. That's why he was the captain of Zydrotha, and I had the Siren's Song.
Yeah, well, we saw how that worked out for him.
And that look up at him just goes immediately narrow-eyed. Careful, shiny boy.
Did I say anything that was untrue?
Perhaps not untrue, but soon to be rectified. And trust me when I say you're going to want the Zydrotha back in our possession.
Of that, I have no doubt.
During this
But
conversation,
is the shelf the right location to fix that particular little problem?
That is one of the golden questions, isn't it? And something else we all need to discuss where there's less prying ears.
Of course.
Hmm.
Just think about it.
Oh, I have. Haven't been able to think of much else, unfortunately. For now, we just need to make sure she's seaworthy. She'll look up at the ship.
where is Criella during this time?
With all
Varoth, you wanted to continue?
Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Or you had nothing more?
just the last comment, with all the additional cargo, I'm not sure quite how much of an impact on the speed of the vessel and a half. Just to adjust our calculations as we decide to navigate our future destination.
Where is Criella during this? As
She does draft a bit lower.
is a bit lower. Where's Criella during this? As Valrath is analyzing the ship.
Krella went because, given that Nausea is in the future, she wants to prepare for it. So she goes to a bookstore, a library, if you will,
Okay.
and she asks about, books on human anatomy.
Ooh. Okay. Sorry. And you went to a library here in Ryport. All right, one sec. I have to check mark this because you're doing this.
Immediately
There's an
triggers reflex
establishment
all
down
over.
the road that can help you with that.
So you're going to go visit a library.
A library.
As you approach the library, it's a very tall building, about 3 stories tall, and the outside of it's very austere. It's a private library, not a public one. But they do welcome visitors. Come inside. The place is strewn with books and a little disheveled. You look around, and no one is here at the moment, but you can hear people bustling about. How would you like to proceed?
She goes in, sort of looks around. Firstly, amazed at just the looks of everything, then... Anyone alive in here?
You'll hear a voice. Yes? Can I help you? And a figure with long, straight black hair comes from around a bend to meet you. Dressed in black and bone white. Can I help you?
Ah, yes. Lass, I'm looking for books on health. The books about the body and what will you?
Biology.
It has a word.
course.
I
This
don't
way.
quite know. Oh.
And she's
Shit, you're
going to nearly glide. She's taking steps, but she is so graceful that it's hard to tell. Takes you over to a section. These are the books where we discover the truth about the body, the bones, the muscles, the organs, the soul.
Oh,
My
that
name
seems
is
promising.
Linnea Kravrosa. If you have
Hmm?
questions, feel free to ask. I am intimately familiar with these ledgers.
Well, it just so happens that I actually have the question already.
Yeah.
More to the purview of the books. I know libraries don't often do this. It would be more in the vicinity of a bookstore. But are any of the... If I were to find a book that fancies me, may I buy it?
For a moment, you caught the glimpse of a dimple almost forming, a smile in her eyes. Wish to pay me for the book? Will accept.
I am more than willing to pay, but for that, each to its own and each at its time. Thank you.
Of course. I will be within the study. If you have need of me, simply ask.
I will.
Going to walk away, but keep in sight. What kind of book are you looking for? Just biology books?
Sort of. She is looking for a book with the mind of someone who is going to put it to use, or who's going to learn about enhanced interrogation.
You will find the specific books you're looking for. Not even just minorly, you're going to find explicit detail that we will not cover in this stream, in this recording, in a book. It goes into how to create implements, philosophies, manifestations, implementations, etc.
Oh yeah, she finds that book. She skims a few of its pages. Smile grows as she realizes what a find she's made, and then she calls out, "Lena."
Linnea, yes.
Oh, was she just behind me, like
No,
creepily
she comes
standing
over
nearby?
about 40 feet away.
Oh, okay, she's not. It was one of those things. Like she appears behind me. I just never noticed.
No, you turn, you see her, and you call for her, and she over.
Walks over with the book in hand. Well, Linnea, I have found this book, and I would like to purchase it. What do you want for it? What is your price?
He smiles just a little bit. What do you think is fair for such a advantageous tome?
I have to like divulge what denotion
Denomination?
denotation of coin would Criella be walking around with right now?
Yeah.
Platinums, some gems, probably. She says that, and Criella like does the motion as if weighing the book in her hand. How about 200 gold?
That's far too much. Half of that would be more than reasonable. Perhaps 75?
She chuckles. That is the first time I've ever been haggled that the merchant ever haggles me down. How about we settle on 100 and we call the rest of the 25 a tip? I may come and have need of your exquisite selection at other times.
Of course. I think you'll find that the knowledge within such a tome is expensive.
sort of looks at it.
One of
I'm
my
bound to
favorites.
bring luck.
I do hope you
Smart.
enjoy.
Oh, you can betcha I will. Now, I shall bid you adieu. Winds to you.
Wins to you as well. And as you leave, takes the 100 gold, puts it into a purse, and then takes a book off the shelf, looks around, and slides it into her backpack before leaving.
So mysterious.
Oh,
Was that library flirting?
no, this is a character that we will see in another campaign in the future, and Criella going to the library here. I have set up a ton of lore for other characters now. Thank you very much, Cree.
What was the book?
What's in the book?
Was it across the Blackwater?
What's in the book?
No, the book she took is not across the Blackwater. I will tell you that for sure.
Equipment, change.
Which I
name of
love
book.
that you guys have embraced the title Across the Blackwater.
GM, was this a book written by Valrath on enhanced questioning techniques and communication measures?
I don't think Valrath would approve of the measures involved in this book.
I don't think it beats around the. I don't think this book beats around the bush. It's probably very direct.
So it beats the bush directly. Got it.
Yeah, it's right through it.
It's like you forgot who you're dealing with here.
No. Oh, it's Friday morning. There we are.
Okay.
Friday evening here, but yeah.
Would this
Friday.
be an accurate title of my book?
What's the title you want to use?
I posted it in Discord. I'm not
Thank
posting it
you.
anywhere else.
Thank you. We will check the Discord. Just. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's literally the title on it.
A book of
That
Just
for dummies.
It has
Insert
interrogation
pin
dummies.
under fingernail A.
You must
Interrogation
first
techniques
get
for
you must
dummies.
first get the thumb screw.
The Cliff Notes version.
Oh, how wonderful! Yes.
Find appropriately length reads.
The companion to it is the study guide.
At the very
You have
end,
to
it
have that.
says. At the very end, it's got like there's more books. It's like, please follow us in book 2 of part.
This is only volume 1
Yeah.
of a 13-volume series.
See,
For the
man.
specific techniques to not kill your subject, please
It's
purchase
the
book
Encyclopedia Britannica of interrogation
But-
techniques.
Annex A
Encyclopedia
has
Tortuga.
additional enhanced techniques if you have a healer within your group.
Ooh, or if you're willing to use health potions. May not
Plus
Plus
always.
one on
Possibly.
strength if you have a paladin doing it.
So, Criella, after you leave this library, where are you going?
Yes. I have gotten a diabolical idea. Other than what the book I just bought, I have more diabolical ideas. I want to go back to that item shop, the magical item shop where we bought potions.
Yes.
I have a special request for him.
Okay.
I wish to buy potion flasks.
Just the flasks?
Just a flask, nothing in it. How much does he want per?
1 silver each.
Wonderful, I'm buying 10.
Okay, you got the gold. Awesome. Cool. So Criella has gone to the library and done a little bit of shopping, while Chiron has been doing what?
Aaron's just been kind of walking the streets because this is during the daytime, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just walking around, reading his book and stopping occasionally, looking up, taking the scenery in around him, and continuing to read his book, one of his new books that he just purchased.
Okay. Cool. All right. And
Walking all by his lonesome.
so, hey, Thana,
Again.
what have you been up to?
She's made a few stops around, getting ingredients for a meal, custom order from a blacksmith, and getting some alchemical ingredients as well.
Understood. Cool. Well, it's about that time that I get to ask Merrick, did you find anything wrong there on your ship at the docks?
No, I don't believe so, other than the fact that, it's highly undercrewed, but it's a small ship, so it'll have to do.
Yep. Right. So, what's the plan, everyone? As Astrid is no doubt following along with Valrath.
Tyron's just taking the city in.
Merrick's going to usher Chester off to the 7 stories now that everything's squared away on the ship.
Okay.
Tell him to get with Snarfang and make some lunch. Figure out if there's anything they want to do at the 7 stories while they're waiting for everybody else to get there.
Sure. Awesome. Astrid at this point is going to grab Valrath's lapel and jerk him into an alleyway. We're going to fade to black for a few minutes.
Yeah. He was too uptight. He needed to relax a little bit.
There's going to be a smite in a whole different kind of way.
It's going to be that full cartoon yoink into the alleyway.
She's going to say, "Smite me, O mighty smiter!"
Oh, no.
So much of that, but yet there were other terms of endearment utilized.
All right. So, is everyone going to meet back up at the 7 stories after their activities?
Well, is the magic item shop on the way back
It
from the
is.
docks?
Yeah.
I think I'll pop in there. Looking for items that will improve her ability to take a hit, i.e. boost her con a little bit in her HP.
This magic shop does not have any.
Ah, what a shame.
Yeah, it's a little tiny shop. He doesn't have anything that's going to help.
Then on to the 7 stories with a side eye up at
onward.
Merrick. It's like happy wife, happy life, right?
I
He's the one who said it.
Great. Well, to the 7 stories you guys go. Meeting up in the afternoon just before dinner time. There would be dinner served. Snarfang has burnt the soup.
Everyone's going to pat Snarfang's head, and he's going to be like, "My dear fellow, just let me handle it." He's going to step in there and try to make a meal for the crew.
Okay. The smell of burnt cheddar and broccoli is going to fill the 7 stories.
Snarfang, you're supposed to use the low heat.
He looked, I wanted to finish it faster.
I don't even have anything for that.
I mean, can you say he's wrong? It did finish faster.
It did finish it faster, but not in a way that made it edible.
Now, are we
Well-
down in the basement by this point, or are we
Yeah,
still up in the
we can
common
go
room?
ahead and have you guys down in the
Barrett,
Yes.
on their way down, he looks at Nyana and gestures to Chiron, and he says to her, "Weather's nice out. Think the scamp's gonna come out and play."
She kind of narrows her eyes at him. What are you up to, my serpent?
Sometimes the sky's just got to be green.
All right.
Are you inferring something there, Merrick?
Once the lad comes to join us, I have a question for you as well, Valrath.
Oh, pray tell, what is your question?
I'll ask it once Chiron gets down here and joins us.
Are we really going to wait on youth? There's no telling what he's up to.
Unfortunately, this has to wait on youth.
So while we're waiting on said youngster getting up to whatever they do in back alleys and too much coin to spend, what is our destination there, Captain?
Well, that's exactly what we need to discuss, isn't it? Especially given this new information that Astrid's dear old dad so kindly bestowed upon us.
That's not how we left them the last time I was training within their compound establishment? Manor? I almost wonder if they're in witness protection program.
She arches an eyebrow that different?
It's not as lavish as I remember them used to being. They were quite well off before. Something's changed, and I'm not sure quite what it is. Really has Asher distressed.
I can imagine.
And they seemed more flighty, fidgety,
Think
kind
they're
of
hiding?
avoiding the situation almost.
Like they're hiding something?
I don't know. It's just everything isn't as it seems. We go off for a couple of weeks, and Asher's parents aren't the way that they used to be. My order's not acting appropriately, and, well, Chiron ends up with this commission to go out to the shelf. Something's happened in the last couple of weeks, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Nor I.
Do you
It's
think
almost as if the world has done a 180 from what we knew before.
Do you think it perhaps could be Agmenos feeling we're at his trail, so now he goes and pesters our lives? Well, your lives.
Him directly? No.
Mm-mm.
Protectorate trying to flex their influence? Maybe. But I hadn't known these particular orders and individuals and various businesses to capitulate like they currently are.
Maybe they feel they have no choice but to do so.
Which then just reinforces our operations, and going on this wild turkey hunt to the shelf kind of puts us outside of the sphere of influence as opposed to directly in it. I almost wonder if they're trying to get us out of the way.
Surely we wouldn't have made such an impact in only a couple of weeks. But anything's possible, I suppose.
I think any influence is too much influence depending on who you talk to.
True. But that's why I felt like we needed to sit down and go over what we know, what we think we know, and what we still need to know before we just go off on some wild goose chase. Especially if that's where it seems where Akmenos wants us to go, because that's exactly where we don't need to be. Potentially.
So while the tale was good to get the required supplies and goods and additional capabilities for our ship, is it really in our best interest to go out of our way to the shelf? Or should we ply our capabilities elsewhere?
Might I make a suggestion?
Of course, young one.
I am quite positive that Mrs. Bonepicker here would probably prefer to be able to be taken home, and with with our antics, our whatever us our shenanigans with my father's creditor with Marin, it might not be a bad idea for us to go into in a direction opposite of the abyssal shelf for the time being to throw off the scent, as it were.
It's not a bad idea. You do have those periodically. My question is, do we need to take her ourselves or just provide the means? What was your promise to her, Merrick?
I promised to get her out of that prison.
Which we've done.
No promise was made to ensure that she got back home, only that she got out and had the ability to do so.
Which there are plenty of ships in the harbor that provide that opportunity.
We can absolutely provide her passage.
I have no
on one of the
true
other.
desire to return to wild spaces.
And Ada looks to her. What do you desire then?
I desire to explore and to feel the spirits move. This place where you have brought me is pleasant. I would remain here for the time being, perhaps telling fortune to people who come.
In the 7 stories or on our vessel, as where you could have a direct influence to those that persecuted you?
Revenge is not something that I see.
I
It
didn't
is
say
a
revenge.
base emotion.
I said provide opportunity to provide ill will and opportunities to influence the fate of those that, because he spits the word, try to do you harm.
You hold these things within your heart. They are dark.
Which things?
The desire to wreak pain and suffering on those who deal you harm.
I desire to remove the influence of something that is oppressive and is flexing their influence where it's not wanted.
Valrath, do you not possess the Oath of Vengeance?
No, that's what my dear wife is here for.
Indeed.
I would stay
There's-
here and tell the fortunes to the people who come. I could charge a small sum and provide a cut to the establishment.
Looks like we have a staff for the bar then, eh?
One that speaks?
Kesra's offering to become the fortune teller of the 7 stories.
I'm good with that.
And I'm good with it too.
You'll have no
But-
complaints from me.
I know that I don't have much to add to this conversation, as I don't possess ownership of this establishment. But Kesra, how would you feel about? How would you be also comfortable making drinks for the passers-by?
I do not know how.
Chester can make the drinks. He just
I can
needs
show
someone to
you.
be able to talk for him.
I can speak for the Knoll, but Knolls are intelligent themselves, can they not?
Not
Sir,
the
it's
Knoll.
not a knoll.
Chester,
Chester.
Oh,
he's got no tongue.
Kesra, if you were
The knoll is
interested, I
staying
would.
on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If you were
Snarfang's
interested,
coming with
Kesra,
us.
I would be happy to teach you how to make some basic drinks.
very well.
Nana then does look to Kestra, just real close with her head tilted a little bit, and she leans forward. Tell me something. When did you first come into Agmenos' service? Even if it was to misguide him?
And
How long ago?
She's going to respond about 6 months ago. Came to Australia seeking powers of the spirits. And I was stray. I was at the shoreline, longingly looking at the waves to see what was beyond them. When the ship approached, I thought it was a guidance, a gift, a boon, an omen from the spirits to allow me to escape. So I set foot on the ship, and he welcomed me, and he asked me to entreat the spirits for knowledge. I did. Told
And was it
him lies.
at your spirit's behest?
Of course.
Wait,
Alone
did you tell him
is
that-
not easily deceived anymore.
And how long were you in the prison?
5 months.
Hmm.
Once he got what I believe are Ethana's sisters in no more use for his, and she's going to do what would be interpreted as quotation marks, but she can't read. So she's just going to hold up her hands and go, his Australian witch.
Do you
So what
know anything about how he acquired Athana's siblings?
From what I understand, came to Ryport and met them at a bar, enchanted them, and they followed him from there.
What can you tell us about his crew? I imagine you probably had free run of the ship.
He has several sorcerers, archers, ruffians. They are a hodgepodge of people who have joined him looking for power and the promise of wealth. People he has done favors for and are indebted to. Generally, they are not good people, but keeps them disciplined, them loyal.
As long as they're useful to him.
Nods.
Well. And she seems like she has another question, but she's not hiding. In fact, she's holding back on it for the moment.
GM, I sent you a note for consideration. I'll let her decide finally, but I wanted to let you know.
Mm-hmm. And Chiron did get inspiration early. Missed it.
Wow.
Figured if you saw that, you'd probably be, oh yeah, crap, I gotta do that.
I'm so inspired.
I'm so expired, and I just can't hide it.
Nice.
Well, and it's at that point she tilts her head and side eyes Merrick. Slight head gesture in Chiron's direction.
Merrick stands up. He pulls his cutlass from its scabbard and lays it on the table where he was sitting, and then turns to look at Chiron. And he goes, "Lad, I've had some time to chew on some of the things that have been spoken about the last couple days. So let's preface this with this being your opportunity to be forthcoming. And let me be perfectly clear here. If something happens to this crew, and if something happens to my wife because you are withholding information, I will be collecting my pound of flesh." So we
I
can
have-
do this. We can do this the easy way, and you will be open and honest with me. Or we can do this the hard way, and I will ask Valrath to help me with that spell that he cast the other day.
Aaron's gonna hold up his hand and kind of throw up like this and say, "There's nothing that needs to be told that I have not already told. Anything that I've kept for myself because it's my own personal business and nobody else's."
No, I believe there may be some of your personal business that is ours. So let's start with the easy one. While we were in conversation with Marin, you seem to know an awful lot about an expedition to the Shimmering Abyssal Shelf. So did you make that all up? And it was just a big coincidence that you got the details right, or did you already know about it?
No, I know that my father has been interested in the Abyssal Shelf, though I don't know exactly what his interest is. My father has not exactly been forthcoming towards me. So, for certain information, he knows that I have no interest in taking over the family estate or the family business, as it were. And so he tells me only enough, or makes sure I only know enough to pique my curiosity, nothing more.
So this something big that you and Marin know your father is tracking, you wouldn't know what it actually is, whether it's the heart of the sea, the sirens, or both.
The first time I've ever heard mention of Heart of the Sea, that obviously I've read about it in books, but the first time I've ever heard it mentioned is here among this group when y'all surmised that maybe that's what it was about. It certainly is within my father's capabilities to go after certain artifacts like that if he thinks it will provide him with certain favors. Um, only thing I can assume is that maybe this deal with Archimenos that he's made, maybe part of that is getting Archimenos the Heart of the Sea. Maybe it's for him to get it himself and Archimenos to make the play for it for himself. I couldn't tell you. I just know that when my father spoke to me, he told me of a great power that was hiding in the abyssal shelf, and that is where he was planning on going.
Hold on, trying to think that.
For those who can't see the webcam, there is some deep thought going on right now.
I will tell you this. The only thing I have kept to myself is my specific reasons for leaving my home and venturing about and getting away from my father and his influence. And Chiron's going to put up quotation marks when he says influence. For why I wanted to get away from his influence. It had nothing to do with anything to do that has to do with the Abyssal Shelf. Has nothing to do with anything that will affect any member of this party. So, as far as that is concerned, I will keep that one for myself. But any other information that I have been forthcoming, and I have made sure that y'all understand.
And Nana's watching his face very closely.
He seems to be telling the truth. In fact,
So, Myra,
he's
do
certain
you
of it.
need me to cast this zone of truth, or is your line of questioning been satisfied?
Feel free to cast your zone of truth. I have nothing to hide.
I've just one more question then. Diana and I, we've sailed into an ambush before. I'd like us to be better prepared this time. So is there anything else you might know about this expedition that you've chosen not to share with us for whatever reason?
No. I have told you everything that I am aware of that I know, and anything else that we've learned in front of Marin was just my abilities to manipulate him to give information that he wasn't planning on giving.
So
I have to.
I do have to pause there. I did send you a message in Discord. That's one thing that Chiron knows, that might share. Up to you if you want to share that or not with
While he's
Chiron's
pondering
gonna
that,
Chiron's gonna get up for just a second and walk off from the table to go excuse himself. The player also has to excuse himself. I'm sorry, give me just a second.
For sure.
Suspicious how we would just do that.
He just walked off.
He just walked
he
off.
goes walking off to the bathroom.
Oh, in the middle of that, and I was just like, how? I have to wonder how they even found out about the shelf.
I mean, in all plausible, feasible realm of possibility, just existing in a space, you tend to hear things. So we'll give the lad that. My question for Nayana and Myrick, and then once Chiron gets back, is now that we've secured the financial and supply investment that would have contributed to this excursion to the shelf, and if and when we do not go that direction, does it set back those planning factors for those that do wish to conduct an excursion to that location?
Astrid's going to raise a hand and be patient until someone acknowledges her.
Yes, Tempest.
What is this abyssal shelf anyway?
Well, Nayana told us last week that it's part of her home, or at least where she's come from.
But what's special about it? Why do
Supposedly,
people
that's
want
where
to
the
go there?
choir and where the heart of the sea originated from.
But what are we facing? Just a whole bunch of sirens on a rock somewhere? Just like an elf on a
Same.
shelf type thing.
Evidently, they could show
Oh,
you
yeah.
the world or bring a ship to demise or something in between.
And she's going to look at Ayano, wanting answers. And I have to do this because she's not here. So she's going to watch
Yeah,
the VOD
Ayano.
back, and I know she will. And
Well,
this is
considering what she got from a history roll and was able to download before, I think she would have an answer to most of that.
okay. Cool. I'm not sure if did we give her the whole document, Ayana?
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
I mean, above table,
Okay.
I think you said you gave her
I
the
will double
write up
check.
on the on the species,
Right.
but that does not have the particulars about the shelf.
I'm checking what I sent her, and no, she does not get enough to. No, she did not get the abyssal shelf, the Supreme Abyssal. So, no, she does not have
Well.
that.
So, as Chiron returns and he fully acknowledges that the question from his wife, Chiron, with the supplies that you were able to procure from Marin, and if and when we do not head that direction, does that set back the planning factors or the potential financial contributions to those that would eventually take that excursion out to the shelf?
Likely what will happen is Marin will force my father, through some means of blackmail, I'm sure, will force him to pay for these supplies that we have gotten. And so Marin won't be out any amount of money, I can promise you that.
But that doesn't satisfy the excursion requirement.
I suppose it does not. I will tell you this. What I do know is that what I think is going on is that I believe that my father is trying to engage in this expedition so he can build trade routes to further countries, further places, further lands to amass a larger wealth.
And bypass the protectorate entirely.
Exactly. That's kind of my thought about it.
And if he is out the price of goods that you were able to secure, would he still pursue that course of action thereafter?
Oh, absolutely. When my father has it in his mind to go after something, he does not shy away from it, no matter the setbacks. The amount of his wealth that he has sitting back, That would not slow him down one bit. 3 months of supplies for a ship? Please, that's chump change for him.
Well, the one commonality that I see in all of this, and I've heard so far in all of this, is the heart of the sea. Now,
That's the stone that the Protectorate Ambassador just casually tossed away, isn't it?
well, it may not be it was never said that it was a stone. It was just said it was an artifact, didn't we?
No, it was an old lady in the middle of the ocean.
That's a
Exactly.
different show.
A blue stone on a silver chain?
The different story.
Well,
And then she
What's it
died right after. Didn't tell anybody.
oh, and Nat will put a hand up and just be like, let's examine what we know to be true. One fact well, at least what we can assume is pretty well fact. Ekmenos is after the heart of the sea. He wouldn't have tortured Merrick for information.
And we still have no direction on where we need to go.
I think he did that for fun.
Well,
Wonder
probably.
if my father had a hand in Merrick's capture.
Oh, I'm sure I was tortured for fun. I can't keep my mouth shut.
We've noticed that.
Neither
also
can I,
did-
sir. Don't feel bad.
Well, we know he's after the heart of the sea. Is there something that Astra's father said that, beside the fact that it was apparently stolen from the Protectorate, who, according to what he knew, had held the artifact for 1,000 years? And to the best of my knowledge, it was in the possession of the Sirens. Now, I've never seen it. It was never
But if
talked
the
about much.
Sirens had it, then what was it that the ambassador from the Protectorate discarded with absolute disdain?
Exactly. So either what Ashford's father knows is the tale, or I've been lied to my whole life. But given my upbringing, the latter is just as likely.
With your relationship with your choir, what is the likelihood that they would provide you with false information?
Before or after my involvement?
Sure, we'll go with that.
There's only one I could potentially get the truth from who might not kill me on sight, and that would be my grandmother.
So she would talk to you and then kill you after?
Potentially.
I might like this grandmother.
And she just stares at smirks. But, and then
Was
we
she
examine
a fan of Myrick's?
Oh, believe me, I'm definitely not a friend of any of theirs.
They
Oh,
spoke
I
once.
thought this debonair individual might have won some hearts and minds.
I
guess
also-
was mistaken.
I also stole their tide collar.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone over real well.
Exactly. But I might be able to get her to pause just long enough to hear me out. She wasn't happy with me when I was exiled, but she did not usher me out either. The guards did that.
I guess that's the question then, isn't it, Captain? Are you willing to risk the potential of the endless sleep for a bit of information from dear old Granny?
Well, to answer that question, let's examine what we do not know. We don't know where Ekmenos is. We don't even know for sure what direction he sailed in.
Didn't he go west?
So we were told.
Twice? 3 times? 4?
If he's
3
on the
times a lady.
Zydratha, it doesn't matter which direction he's going. It is a fast ship, and it will change direction quickly.
If only we had an individual that may be able to read the ley lines that may provide some type of influence or information as to where some named item might be headed.
My exact thoughts, which was the kind of the question she was holding back earlier, and she looks across at Kestra.
What are ley lines?
Magical influence?
You mean the spirits?
Yes, we'll
Would-
go with it.
And she'll
Sure,
look at Kestra
spirits.
and lean forward across the table and just kind of look Kestra directly in the eyes. Will you consult the spirits and ask them in what direction, at least, the heart of the sea lies, or where it is?
She nods. I will ask. And she's going to bring out her pouch. And she shakes it, and you hear the rattling of bones inside of it.
Are these dragon bones?
I'm sorry?
Are these dragon bones since she's from Australia?
Yeah. As she scatters the bones onto the plate, some of them are charred, some of them have a metallic sheen to them, a couple of them are just bone. They scatter, and she hovers her hands over them and takes the plate and puts it on the floor. At which point she lays down upon the floor with her head facing the plate. She's face down. He looks at the bones and calls, Shalom, Jatikam, Keshana, I call upon thee. Show me where to find the heart of the sea.
Does Valrath recognize any of these names? And so does Astrid.
Have they ever been to Australia?
No, but between Ryport and the comings and goings, they would have heard tales and
So
talk coming from the various regions.
very few people have gone to Australia. Very, very elite few. So we get to then ask for the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Ready? Would he deal with a corn cob stand in Nausea?
Probably he likes corn.
He likes corn? Then yes, you've heard the name Jatikam.
Was that corn cob stand run by a grong by the name of Sea Toad?
Sea Toad Cash, yes.
Okay.
For those who don't know, it's some lacrum of Sea Toad coin. The next question, so Jatikam, yes. Next one, would he have dealt with the disenfranchised Fey Lord of a Shadow Realm?
Probably not, unless it just happened to be part of his patrols or some other type of his internship.
So they would not have spent a lunch together.
No.
So no Shalon in there, and no Kashana. So maybe Jatikam in passing at the corn stand.
Okay. And this was corn on the cob on a stick.
It's corn on the cob on a stick, and it had all sorts of different toppings available, most of them insectoid.
He wouldn't have done the insectoid, but he probably would have had an application of a dairy churned product.
Okay, the dairy churn product would have been a derivative, but he wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Yes. It's up. We're not going to go into the exact details of that for the sake of everyone's stomachs. But let's just say sear is a thing.
Yes. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Frog milk.
Spent 3 hours talking about it this morning.
We're not going to go into it. We don't have to. We'll just say a blender was involved. Now,
Jiminy was delicious.
that's where I was going with it.
Extra protein's always good.
Extra
I guess.
protein milk. Yep, that's
Yep.
what you
But
need.
definitely no frog nipples.
No.
No frog nipples. Nope. That's a different campaign that hasn't started yet. And when someone does busty grung, I will approve of the art.
What? I don't even want to know.
So Kestra cast the bones.
Yes,
Now,
Kestra's
is
talking
Buster
about
Kesra
related
is
to
casting
Chessie?
the bones. Yes.
So we snap back to
As
reality,
we
like the
get
end
out of the weeds
end of
here.
that song.
She calls upon the spirits. Show me where to find the heart of the sea. And her eyes will go white. And she begins to tremble on the floor. Her muscles spasm. And she arches her back, her head thrown upwards. She looks at you, Nayana, from the floor. The heart of the sea travels to the east, towards Ivry, towards Shalosh. It heads away from the garden soil. It is false. It is not true. It is a distraction. The true heart lies within the abyssal shelf.
And pretty much from the moment, like,
And
Kestra's eyes snapped to Nyana, Nyana's eyes started glowing blue in response.
Kesra will fall flat on her face with a thud. The plate of bones flips up and scatters across the wooden surface.
Merrick grabs his cutlass off of the table, shoves it back into its scabbard.
Kesra casts a spell. Does anyone want to know what spell she's casting?
I'm interested.
I'm interested. I'm not going to make this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it and see if she is what Arcana check.
No.
I use my inspiration on that because that's bullshit.
If you'd like.
That's better.
All right. So anyone who got an 18 or above will know what this is. So we have one person who knows, and that's Chiron. So I'm going to send this just Chiron to keep it a little bit secret.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that the
wizard knows.
Yeah.
All right. As this is cast, she touches herself and casts the spell upon herself. And you see that Kesra is then racked with pain. You see shadowy tendrils flash out all around her. And then
cast
fade.
silvery barbs against her.
There's
to
no
stop her
there's
from
no
doing
die
that to
roll.
herself.
There's no die roll. So you can counterspell if you had counterspell if you want to do that.
I think I do have counterspell. Hold on.
You want to cast counterspell here?
Yes, I'm going to cast counterspell.
The 4th level spell as you are granted inspiration. So, do you have a 4th level spell to cast? If not,
I'm on 3rd level.
all right. So I need an intelligence check up at the top in order to cast it, because you have to beat a 4th level spell cast.
Hope Chiron's smart.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
Your new inspiration gets consumed. Very well.
And he can burn mine if he doesn't make this.
That's up to you guys. All right. So as you counterspell her death ward upon herself, Esra dies.
Well,
Wouldn't that stop the death ward from taking?
Correct. And so,
But because it's fourth.
And so, when she suffers her lethal damage for imposing her will upon Kishana, the god that requires a life for information, you counterspelled her safeguard. She dies.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, death ward prevents death.
Yes.
Can I retcon that?
So yes, because with the 22 you would know that. Your character would know that. Death Ward
Okay.
prevents death.
Okay.
However, hilarious.
That's
Ow,
the-
laughing.
So
Just like, oh no, something's happening to her. Counterspell, she dies. You caused this. Shit.
all right.
Chiron secretly wanted her dead.
Cairo's like, you will not tell my secrets anymore. Brr,
So
Palpatine.
she's down at 1 hit point.
Because I don't have the ability to revivify yet.
You do have Speak with Dead, though.
So
I do.
yeah.
for the sake of the narrative, Chiron was about to cast Counterspell, and in fact got through some of the incantation prior to stopping himself because he remembered what Death Ward did.
That was taught at the academy.
Unless Valrath is healing. Oh, he just left. No, Crayola just steps over, seeing her rack on the rack herself. Clearly seems to be in pain. Takes off one of her healing potions from the belt. Tries to give it to her.
She waves it off. It will be fine.
You
It is the cost.
You really don't look fine. Are you sure you don't? It's just a healing potion. Come on.
I think my healing would actually burn more than what it would be viable.
A short rest is all I need.
Yeah, Banana will actually step back forward, kneel down, and help her. She probably won't be able to stand, but she'll help her get back into her chair.
Okay.
Do we have an empty room? I can help get Kesha if she wants to take a rest now down to the room.
I can give her healing hands and give her 6 hit points if she's willing to accept it.
She looks at you. Can I get a persuasion check from you?
I'm not sure how. Persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He'll
it.
accept it. Yeah.
He's not very sincere, but he's offering it.
Yeah. She'll accept the healing.
And while he's doing that, Nina will go back around to her seat and sit down. Look at slowly
It is
each
6
person
hit
at the table.
points.
Go ahead, Diana.
Well then, I guess both answers were right then. But that means the heart of the sea that was stolen from the protectorate that they supposedly had possession for 1,000 years as likely was a fake all along.
Or somehow they got it back in the time between when it was lost by the
Or
ambassadors.
somebody had sticky fingers and swapped the fake with the original.
At any point, But, be that as it may.
That would have had to been a very good rogue. Would have liked to have had them on the crew.
It's more than likely just the sirens tricking them. Pesky scum them.
It would have to be a hell
Beg
of a
pardon?
fake to trick them.
You know my stance on sirens.
Sounds like a
Sounds like-
very skilled individual, quite competent.
Out of character, I'm sort of nabbing the feeling that this was a previous campaign or a previous character.
No.
Oh, okay. It's just the way Val kept poking at it as if he had his other character was the one who stole it.
I will tell you that is the player poking fun at the fact that this got stolen in the first place, was involved with Protectorate at all, because that character plays in another campaign. However, the actual history of the Heart of the Sea and this whole situation is virgin to this campaign would be a great way to put it.
Valrath, the player and the character, actually has 0 knowledge in any shape, form, or fashion. Just happens the player knows the ambassador and is twisting a knife a little bit. It then just happens to acknowledge that there is 1 or 2 rogues within the party and is celebrating the capabilities of somebody that might have done something somewhere else and expressing those accolades.
Mm-hmm.
But all things now point to that we're going to the abyssal shelf, correct?
Is that
Potentially.
where we're going?
Because
If we want to get the heart of the sea, which would be the better way of finding Akmenos, because we could bring him to us.
I don't think we need the heart. I think we just need Ekmenos.
I
But
mean,
we can bring him to us if we had it.
we know he wants it. If we beat him to it,
Or is he just waiting for us to do his dirty work for him and then swoop in and relieve us of it?
that's assuming he would be able to relieve us of it. But
You
that
would
brings
know
him.
him better than I would.
I know
Well,
I know he's a lying, cheating thief.
and he already beat you in an ambush once.
An
Who's to say
ambush
he
with
won't-
several ships.
Mm.
Might I
He-
add? It
He was
wasn't
not by
one on
himself.
one.
He had the backing of several protectorate ships. That's how they
So
were able
is
to
it-
ambush us.
Is it in the best interest to acquire the stone, or mere prevent the opportunity of acquisition by Akmenos himself and leave the stone where stones lie?
For the record, Geomeric does have to step in here. I have never said it's a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't
It's an
Valroth is
artifact.
making a complete assumption of this
Yeah.
completely.
It's just a gem. It's a
The
very
heart of
wonderful
the sea
gem.
was in
Very
us
blue
all
gem,
along.
heart-shaped on a silver necklace.
The one piece was the friends we made along the way.
Which, for that fact, does Nyana know exactly what it is?
She's heard of it, but I don't think she'd ever set eyes
Yeah,
on
she.
it. Because
Yeah,
it's such
Right, hold
a powerful thing, it would have been kept away.
yeah.
Also, Valrath, I want to say you're kind of an asshole, but in a good way, and I like it.
Why, thank you.
All right. If before you two have to go get a room,
Oh, I'll let you have that action, Gary.
smart man. But because we have a choice, and I guess see, like how far of how many days sail would it be to the shelf from here, from Raipur? Like, because they would be heading straight north.
Easily 3 weeks,
Okay.
not longer. And
Wonderful.
we're not going
Well,
to do that entire. That's way too much adventure. We will be doing a lot of montaging.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's
Travel.
a case
No.
of we have because she knows by now about how fast the Sea Dog dress can go at full sail.
Yep.
It's well,
Fully
and actually,
encumbered.
yeah. So it will take us about 3 weeks to sail directly to the shelf from here. So now I could swim it in half that, probably less, but we spent 3 weeks
Really?
negotiating.
Call bullshit on that one.
You can call it the bullshit you like. Merrick knows how fast I can swim. But we spend 3 weeks and head straight north, or we spend 3 weeks chasing rumors, chasing our tails, or we get the heart of the sea. We make it known we have it, and we bring him to us on our ground, and a fight of our choice.
I say we fight him on our terms.
My dear Captain, you already ended up with a inventory on this extremely fast ship that Akmenos acquired. You know his history of excursions to inland targets of opportunity. We've heard not once, not twice, but 3 times of him sailing westward. Why would we secure something that he has his heart set on when we could prevent an immediate influence now?
Valid question. One thing that bothers me. Now, on the ship, the Nereid that we were told about that he was on, that was loaded down with siege supplies. And yet, when we were at the bathhouse, there's been no reports of anywhere being sacked or attacked.
Which means it's still pending.
It makes me wonder if he's intended it for the shelf. Now, my other question is, the ship he's on,
The one that
Is-
Merrick
is-
lost.
now do we know that?
I didn't lose my ship.
You misplaced it?
He stole it,
Absconded.
the thieving bastard.
Of course.
And that-
the one that Akminos acquired through skill and acquisition techniques.
Ambush.
And for the record, apparently Akmenos needed help to do that, to corner the Didrotha, let's be clear. He didn't do it on his own. He needed Protectorate backup.
If I wasn't afraid that your jaw was made of steel, I would punch you.
You're welcome to try.
Again, I think I'd break my fingers.
And she'll put her hands up between, because she's sitting pretty much into it. Look at Astrid. They're either going to end up best friends or mortal enemies. I'm not sure at this point, but
Eat
Both?
shit and die.
Astrid
You first.
smiles and goes, I'm down for it.
you're not helping, love.
So, to bring it back on actually constructive
Go ahead.
planning.
Do we know the Nereid was actually the Sidrotha renamed?
I don't think so. I think if I was Akminos, I would keep the name as is, just to twist the dagger in a little black water heart.
And she points at Valrath exactly. So the other question is, if he's not using the Zydrotha as his flagship,
Which
and
he
he's
is.
on the... Is he?
That's what the Protectorate told us when we interacted with that whole exchange of the plates.
And she leans forward and looks at Valrath. And what motivation would they have to tell us, an unknown, inferior crew, the truth?
We weren't unknown. We were a transport of goods that they were set out to receive. For all they knew, we were on the participatory measures.
But still, what motivation to tell us the truth? Especially
Bragging
with
on
anything...
on the exploits of one of their hired capabilities.
with anything to do with Akmenos, when it's obviously everyone was so terrified of him.
But the Protectorate is not. And that Protectorate captain seemed to be wanting to promote the exploits of the Protectorate and their hired hands.
I guess that would be my question. Going back to the dream, and this is above table, the dream that they had early on in the beginning, and it was her, it was Nana, and Jackal. The ship that he was on in the dream, if it was the Zydrotha, she would have recognized it.
It wasn't, though. It was the one that we interacted with when we did the plate exchange. So
It was
he
the
ended up with
Wakeful.
the Zydrotha afterwards.
And so my question still stands: are we sure that the ship he's on is the Zydrotha, or is it his other flagship, the Nereid?
I guess you have an information requirement of their captain that you need to satisfy.
Exactly. I just don't want us to go in weird off directions, wasting time chasing our tails. And
So
he
we're
beats us
not
to
going
it.
to the Abyssal Shelf.
Perhaps not directly. Her eyes kind of narrow a little bit. If he did, if the rumors we are to have heard are to be believed, and he did sail west, and she'll actually, I don't know if the map that they have of Toivo would be nearby, or if Astrid might have it if she's been carrying maps around,
Well,
or...
she would lay it out on the table and showing how they were able to acquire Merrick and pinpoint his exact location with all the triangulation and the navigational score.
And who's responsible for the smiley face?
That would be Chiron trying to contribute to the navigational.
No, that
object.
that does seem to be a Thanos color. Unless someone cheated their color, who would do that?
And she'll actually,
Color's red.
Oop. if I can move the map, okay. And she will actually, see, let me make sure I click. She will point garden soil here. The shelf is about here, give or take. About 30 miles north off the shore, but 200 feet deep.
Minos heading towards Bourbon, or westerly in that direction, to demonstrate his power and influence.
But if his goal is the heart of the sea, why is he not headed for the shelf? But if Kesra said that the fake is traveling east as a distraction, why is he not following it? But the expedition is due to go north to the shelf.
How many ships does he even have?
Had 6 when they acquired the Zydrotha.
So now 7, including it.
But we
didn't say that.
acquired one.
Yeah.
He traded one to the Protectorate, so does that put him down to 4 or 5 with the Zydrotha?
I will tell you this is complete conjecture. I'm not going to answer those questions.
So half a dozen, give or take.
Not to butt in, but I have a question.
You can butt in or hand in.
wonderful.
Either way is appropriate.
You said that he's kept one of your ships as his main ship, right? That's what you've been saying, Naina, Merrick.
That's what we've been told.
I took my ship.
Isn't
The
there a
one that Merrick was-
spell? Isn't there a spell that can like get information about a thing, a person, something like that?
You mean like locate object?
I don't know if locate object would work on a ship specifically.
No. There is another spell. I think scrying.
All
I
right,
can't
can I get
do
an
that
Arcana
one.
check, Mr. Wizard, which was my favorite TV show growing up.
I love
No,
Mr.
yeah, I
Mr.
know.
Wizard.
Go
That
do
was
it,
before my
Mr.
time.
Wizard.
Quick question: Would
Yes,
I
sir?
get my inspiration back from the retcon, or are we keeping that?
Yeah,
since
you
I
can have your
retconned?
inspiration back. You want to use it now?
I mean, do I need to?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you get it?
thank
You
you.
lose it.
Get it, throw it. Aw.
Unfortunately, you'll know that scrying is a thing. Scrying allows you, I'm going to keep it vague because you don't know the actual spell or the details, but scrying will allow powerful wizards to look at things beyond the normal purview of sight.
They give you sight beyond sight.
That's the way we're going to phrase it.
And locate object really is for the near something that I'm familiar with within 1,000 feet of me. I don't think the Zydrotha, the ship that Myrick lost, is within 1,000 feet of me currently.
I didn't lose it. It was stolen from me.
I mean,
I
you can
love the
lose a
running
ship
gag
and it
for the
also
record,
be
guys.
stolen.
I love the running gag. If it does get old, Merrick, let me know, but I do think it's a
Oh no,
great
I'm
gag.
having fun.
All right, cool.
Yeah, can we just like go out, see if they have you can spell on paper, right? That exists? Scroll?
So, Chiron, you would know that scrolls do exist. You guys might be able to get a scroll of scrying from a library in the area. Kriella might know one specifically.
Oh hey Lona, we coming back.
Yeah,
Round
look,
two.
we're doing the thing. However, because of Chiron's level and his inability to cast 5th level spells as of yet, it would require some finagling and a die roll in order to cast it. And it is a die roll of a DC 15 intelligence check for him to cast the scroll.
Do I
So,
need to
Still
do that
pretty
now?
doable.
which I believe means he needs a 10 or an 11 to succeed on.
And 11. He has a +4.
Yeah.
I have a
So
+8 on intelligence saving throws.
No, check.
not saving throws. Check up at the top.
Oh yeah, +4. Okay.
So just the stat.
Yeah. So it would require some doing, but theoretically, if you guys had something like guidance or anything else, maybe bardic inspiration from that mage you guys know, the really famous girl that is in the area that Valrath doesn't like all that much.
Wait, there's a famous girl in the area?
Yeah, that Rafinas person.
Valrath is agnostic to Rafina.
Okay. But
It's Twilight that has an issue with Rafina.
yeah. So there are ways for you guys to enhance the check if you wanted to go through those means.
That seems an awful lot of work to find a ship that was lost.
I didn't lose it. He took 4 ships and separated my wife and I and sank her to the bottom of the sea, ambushed us, and stole my ship and put me in prison.
So, are you telling me that the laws of the sea did not apply to this particular situation?
No,
Really?
Lost
that's
the deal,
what I
not
said.
me. But if Ekmenos is using one of the previous owned ship, Diana's or Marek's, honestly, it does not matter. Maybe it would be beneficial to scribe. You'd know where the ship is. Unless it's out on the sea, then then you'd know it's out on the sea.
I mean, we could judge direction by wind and current if we could
Wind,
see
current, sun, stars at night.
sun position, stars.
We would get a very good idea whether or not he's actually going towards the shelf, or is fucking off to the west that he keeps going. At this point, he's going so far west, he's actually going up on land to the other side of land.
No, Bourbon is approached by the sea, and he has a habit of expressing his influence in that area.
If he has multiple ships at his disposal, nothing's to say he's on any of them going either to Bourbon or to the east or to the north. We don't know which direction he's actually going.
And considering the mages he has on his ships is too if he doesn't have the skills himself to teleport between them, I can almost guarantee these mages do. And she looks at Aethana. Your sisters have that kind of ability to send others long distances.
Ooh. Aethana, do
Are
your
you able to
sisters
locate your
have the
sister?
capacity to do teleport?
I'm just trying to not mix them up. Remember which is which.
Yep, making sure you get this right. Understood.
While they're doing that, so I get the impression that he doesn't go very far from them. He seems to like his bitches.
Gotta keep
Power
your bitch hands
refrain
strong.
from making a comment.
Smart man.
So, would either one of Aethana's sisters have the capacity for teleport?
I believe Selenariel was working on her teleportation magic when she last saw Athana.
Which would explain why he was so eager to recruit them.
Chiron, you've been granted inspiration again.
feel inspired.
I didn't even need a bard. How about that?
That's for Sunday drinks.
Hmm.
Bards are supposed to give inspiration?
Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Twilight worst bard ever. What?
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So we know we know he. So he likely has the ability to transport himself between his ships, potentially wherever they're at, within a certain radius distance. So there's no telling at any given time which of the ships in his fleet, and she looks fleet he's on.
We just need to be able to scry the Zydratha and find the direction it's going. No doubt the attempt would be detected quickly, but we only need a moment to figure out the position of the sun.
The sun is right there.
You know what? For someone who seems to be comfortable aboard a ship,
Is it not right there?
I have nothing for you right now. You be quiet for a second. Let me get my thoughts in order.
I'll
You
wait a
rendered
minute.
You
two.
rendered the silver-tongued serpent speechless. I'm not sure whether to be terrified or impressed.
We just need long enough to determine the position of the sun relative to the Zydratha, and we'll know where it is at, whether he's there or not.
For
It
the
would be
record, the sun
expensive,
is over
but-
there. His name's Chiron.
Yep.
Different
Prodigal
sun.
son returns.
Son, the mother, the holy goat.
The prodigal son most certainly will not be returning.
But I suppose that is homework for our mage friend. To get a hold of the means to scry.
There is another way. But
I mean, of course there's another way. We could always do a divine inquiry at the temple.
that is also an option if you think they'll tell you the
Could also
truth.
ask Keshra again. I'm kidding.
He looks at
I
you.
don't know if she would survive another attempt.
I can try,
think-
but it will be taxing.
I think we've
No, no,
we've
no.
asked enough of her for now.
She needs a rest.
She's taking a short rest. She got 35 hit points back on her short rest.
Oh, she's ready to go then.
Yeah, she's ready to go and challenge the spirits of Australia and risk her own life in exchange for information. And cheat death using Death Ward.
And hope that nobody counterspells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
So hammocks and death wards are
No,
Chiron's
Only
death
the
wards.
castle
Death wards are
dispels
not
death
canon
Death
because
wards are not
because
canon.
we retconned
We
it.
retconned it.
We
so
retconned it.
I know.
It was a
only
thing.
only hammocks.
Yeah. Hammocks are
Well,
canon.
and Nana looks at Valrath. Yours are not the only gods that can be asked. And she looks incredibly annoyed at this idea, but
True, but would they give you a truthful answer?
truthful? Aye. Would they actually answer? Is the question.
Or
I'm not
answer,
exactly in their good books.
Why don't
or
why
make
don't
the
all of
answer
us just
clear
go-
enough.
Mhm.
Why don't all of us just go out there together? I mean, obviously we do better together than separated. It might take a little longer, obviously, Niana. You know, you say you can swim faster. I believe you. And Chiron's kind of like, you know, like I believe you. Like, hey, look, I ain't Valrath here, so don't don't get fresh with me over it. I'm telling you, I believe you. Obviously you say you can swim faster, and I have no reason to doubt you. I believe you, but I feel like all of us should go together versus anybody going by themselves. We seem to do better together as a group than we do on our own.
Oh, I would
Chiron, did
definitely
something
agree.
happen while you were by yourself?
No, just walked about the streets. Are you talking about with the snippets and that little bastard?
What snippets?
Little that little punk that was trying to sell his snippets the other day.
Oh yes, the jerky.
Yes,
You didn't
yes,
buy those, did you?
The jerk selling the jerky. Yes, indeed.
Chiron, did you get shaken down by a snippet salesman?
Oh, they tried. I gave them something for their efforts. Chiron's gonna kind of little bead of sweat's gonna come down, hoping they don't know that he's bullshitting.
You know that meat is of the canine variety, right?
I have no idea what it is made
Krayla
of.
is sitting there still with some jerky. Yeah, it's good.
I didn't partake in any of it personally. The little I bought I threw out because I didn't plan on eating it.
Well, there's no accounting for taste, I guess.
I'm certainly
Eh.
not going to eat dog.
You say it's a dog, I don't believe you. Unless you can prove that they actually killed, butchered, and roasted a dog.
I mean, they were miscreants. Of course they did.
I've eaten far worse than dog.
I mean, so have I.
And my wife eats people so.
Yeah, don't remind
Some more
me.
tastier than others.
I hear it's pretty rough.
At least you know where somebody's been as opposed to the other.
Oh, they always taste like where they've been. Sailors in particular are a bit salty.
Yar.
Boo.
Yarg.
There is
Go
one
for a
more.
yarg.
It's a risky,
slightly
a bit of a
sun-kissed.
risky option. At the bathhouse, she did say that one assassin is working at the Empress's Ecstasy. Problem is, she's also a changeling, so we'd have no way of knowing. Unless we had a way
Same
to figure out.
changeling that was going after that warehouse imposter infiltrator?
Mm-hmm. She's Ekmenos' contact here in Ryport. And if that's the case, she might have had recent contact with him, especially if he was here, 2 weeks ago? Right after we left.
When we turned in the former dockmaster.
Hmm. And he's been here since we've been gone. She might have recent contact with him, or have a location on him. It's a bit of a long shot, but... And if any of you fancy a trip to the brothel, that's an option too.
I mean, if you're paying.
She's kind of side-eyes
ahead.
Krilla at that.
We'll stay here.
But as I said, yours are not the only gods that can be consulted. And there is a temple of Onwa here.
We have no issues with Anwa.
I wouldn't imagine you would. Since your god doesn't seem to.
Of course not. He's quite taken with her.
So we are coming out with a lot of good suggestions for what we do. How about we pick one? We can begin doing the hand up tally, or just sit here.
Well,
I'm
bottom line,
waiting
we're not.
for our indecisive captain to make a decision.
I think the sooner that we depart from this place, the better off we will be, especially considering that my father's messenger is probably going to be here any moment.
Well, and since you brought up the issue of captain again, I'll take this opportunity to suggest a change. And she looks at Valrath. Just stares at him a minute. But then looks over at Merrick. Hopefully give Valrath a bit of a panic moment of, is she going to suggest me? But no.
He's already lost one ship. Why would we give him opportunity to lose another?
Because he's a much better
One second.
captain than I am, and that's not bias speaking. It took 4 ships to take the Didrotha from him. So I stand him for captain in my place. But the vote is yours.
One we know, the other we do not.
Vote your conscience.
I, for one, vote in favor of Merrick.
Out of the two, I too also vote for Merrick.
And now we'll look over at Athana.
Interesting.
Merrick, while this is going on, Merrick just has a little smirk because, like, this shit always happens.
He always puts a captain and he always loses the boat.
No.
Valrath knows exactly what Nyana is doing and is shifting the scapegoat away from her onto her husband.
Is she though?
Plausible deniability.
Or it's the fact of she has a lot more faith in his captaining abilities than her own.
Athana.
Because,
Oh,
well,
go
the
on.
fact of, yeah, the Zydrotha was taken, but they sunk the Siren Song and killed its entire crew.
As far as she knows.
Yeah, as far as she's aware, anyway.
Athana, what's your opinion? Or Eth?
Yeah, sorry, my headset's not working. Okay. I repeat.
Oh,
What's your
Corella just
opinion?
looks to you. Eth, what's your opinion?
Personal opinion would be Nyan as captain, but there's no issue with Merrick as captain.
So just to be clear, is that the third vote from Merrick? I didn't quite understand you.
And Nana cuts her eyes to Astrid. But it sounds like, but just to confirm, Athana's vote is for Merrick.
Yep.
Thank you. Look over at Astrid. The vacant stare in her spot as the GM
She's just
waits
going
to
to
acknowledge
nod.
Astrid
it.
knows nothing about Merrick and has only had conversations with Nyana. Has developed a rapport with Nyana. And though while Nyana is voting for her husband, I think she would actually cast a vote for Nyana.
So that's
Technically 4 for Merrick, one for Nyana.
So it's going to be Merrick.
Yeah, but,
Mm.
yeah. Athana's first choice would be Nana here.
But she then looks to Valrath and Mastra's like, despite your vote, can you respect the crew's majority?
Have we finished voting?
I could vote for myself if you want.
I mean, unless... Assuming Merrick votes for Nyana, the most it can be is 3 for Nyana, 4 for Merrick.
Who does Merrick vote for?
He can, yeah, he does have, he can cast a vote.
The
Merrick,
ship, part of
would
the
you
crew.
vote for your wife or for you to be the best captain of the Zydrotha?
to be the best
Or well, the
captain
Sea
of
Dogs
the
rest.
right now.
Sea
The
Dog,
Sea
sure.
Dogs rest, but for the in total, I mean, Merrick totally votes for himself.
Of course he does. I would be disappointed if he didn't. There might be a temptation to appease the wife for a little bit, but then self-confidence is sexy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she has a lot more faith in him than she does in herself.
And I mean, this is what you wanted, isn't it? Start of it. So, Balrath, just formalities. Who do you cast your vote for?
He would do it for Nayana because he knows absolutely nothing of Merrick except the fact that he's lost his captaincy once before. He's been imprisoned. He's been tortured, required to be rescued to be extracted from his particular situation, and so has relied on external influence to even be alive currently. Though, to be fair, he had to get resurrection for Nayana as well, but that's neither here nor there.
He was also sponsored and a privateer.
No, that's Valrath.
No, Merrick was too.
Yep, Merrick was too.
Really?
Yep.
Was
Yep.
sponsored?
Mm-hmm. I write for it.
So he let his sponsorship down. I understand.
And for the record, Nana, this is she 100% expected Valrath to go this route.
Oh, of course.
We'd be disappointed if not.
It doesn't surprise her at all.
So, well,
Now, to be fair, Merrick has increased in his standing and is actually ahead of Chiron in terms of his opinion across the crew.
Because he
But
can sleep
still
in a
not
hammock.
enough. Especially.
Okay.
Which
But
is fair.
not enough to hand over the captaincy for. So while he will not directly oppose if and when Merrick takes over the captaincy, but he will still be wary and will second guess at times.
Which Nana
Yeah.
100% expects. She's figured out Valrath enough to know that he'd have to prove himself.
as it stands, the Sea Dogs have a new captain.
Fantastic. Always liked a new scapegoat.
Yeah,
And it gets
Call
me a
it
bit of a
what
break.
Call it what you will, as long as everybody can follow orders, we'll get along just fine.
As
Creola
long as
does.
those suggestions are intelligent.
They usually are.
Yeah,
Well, now that that's
time will
settled.
tell. So, as the captain, you have a few options ahead of you, and the responsibility has been pushed onto you.
As long as we don't end up back on the CCP.
Preferably not.
I would like to avoid that if at all
CCP.
possible. The
Darwin
prison.
Chain Prison.
Oh, the prison. Got it.
Which, in my assessment in passing over the captaincy, is we can head westerly and then north, or depending on what we find. There's a couple of places this evening. We can gather some more information, or try to,
All right.
and then
I
head out in the
agree.
morning.
I agree with that. I think we should have Chiron looking into getting a scry scroll or two, so we can get a better idea of which direction we ought to be going.
I think I might know someone who possibly might have it. I can go. Is it? Yeah, we're on evening, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just
It's dinner
finishing up
time.
dinner.
Yep.
I can go
Which,
look.
for the record, is grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato bisque soup.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Real quick. Captain and Chiron and the rest of you. Now that you have been resourced by Chiron's father, is there potential that he might take interest in your location going forward?
My father will always be taking interest in my location because he insists on me taking over my place in the family to become heir of the estate. So it really doesn't matter what I do. He will always be after me for these things.
Would he be keeping an eye on you somehow?
I would
The
like to say no,
reasons-
but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if my father already knew somehow that I was here. I don't know that he would know that I sailed off, but then again, it is my father, and he has eyes everywhere talking to him and giving him information.
Wait. Speaking of
There's-
eyes and the spell we just talked about, Chiron, your father, would he have the influence to have wizards at his beck and call that could cast scrying?
Yes, he would. That they would not be here in Ryport. They would be over in Nausha, where he could keep a closer eye on them.
Well, yes, but
There is an amulet in the party inventory that it might be best if you start wearing.
Does it require attunement?
I
can
think it
agree
does.
with that.
Because I'm pretty much maxed out, I think, on it. No, never mind. That's another character.
Good.
Hold on.
Amulet of proves again. Yeah, proof against location and detection.
This might be in our best interest as a crew, but I'll defer to the new captain if you start wearing that.
Nada reaches
I'm not
across and
against it.
I'm
punches
entirely
Valrath
in
his shoulder.
agreement.
Wow, okay. You feel that? There's a cold blast going across a fiery landscape called Hell. Both Merrick and Valrath have agreed on something.
The Avatar of Death is certainly annoying.
I would not
Not-
be against wearing such a thing. I would love for my father not to be able to know and keep tabs on anywhere where I'm at.
So would we.
I would love that as well.
Well, good.
So-
So we're all in agreement.
And that's Nana
So-
basically saying he doesn't have a choice.
So tomorrow I'll go to the library, see if they have a spell scroll. What was the other things you're saying, Mary? Or Mary?
What did you call me?
Mary.
Either Merrick or Captain will suffice. Please don't shorten my name. It's already short enough.
I mean, I could go from there.
I would rather you didn't.
And you
Did
could also
Mary have
find
a
out what
little
it feels.
ship?
And you could also find out what it feels like to have a siren bite you.
Its sails were white as snow.
And she smiles disturbingly pleasantly when she says that.
Anyway,
And
why
everywhere
wait?
that Mary went, those sails were sure to go.
Why wait until tomorrow? Go see if the libraries, if the place
If
is
they're
still
still
open.
open, actually, you might be onto something. That lady seemed like she'd be the one who'd still be around this late.
Do you have to pass by the ship on your way there?
Do I, GM?
You don't have to. And
But do I pass close by the harbor?
not necessarily,
dock.
but you can. Like, it's
Do you
not
want me to
on the
pass-
way,
do you
but
want
you
me-
can take a side trip.
Do you want
Take
me to
Snowfang
take a
back to
trip
the
to the ship?
I was going to say, go ahead and take Snarfang with you. Drop him off at the ship.
Sure. I'll be back in a jiff.
Already decisive as a captain. There might be potential of you being over Nyana.
And Nana looks over at Astrid. Mortal enemies or best friends? I'm not sure which is more dangerous. So am I going... I definitely need to go to the Temple of Onwa. But am I bothering with the Empress's ecstasy? Just look over at Merrick. Or would it be a
That-
waste of time?
If we don't know who we're looking for to begin with and who she might be disguised as, it's going to make it really difficult to suss her out.
I'll head to the temple. Which actually, I mean, a question for the GM. What moon phase is it right now?
It is the full moon.
Half past the monkey's ass.
No, it's the full moon is in 3 days. So
Ooh,
it is
waxing.
a waxing moon.
Is- And it's always best to visit. I imagine it's best to visit the temple when the moon is up. So, I guess I'll be going to the Temple of Onwa tonight, see if I can't get some little guidance from them.
Can I make a point? Connor's going to throw up his finger and he's going to ask, and this is a question for the GM real quick. How many days have we been in Ryport by now? Has it been 2 days?
2 days.
Okay.
He sleeps
May I make a point here? I do think that we need to be setting sail as soon as possible. We've been here a couple of days, and I'm quite sure my father's messenger, if he has not already gotten here, he will be here very soon.
In the next 2 days.
That is the point. That is the point of the expediency. Go get the scrying spell with Criellas. Stop by the ship with Snarfang on the way to drop him off. Nyana goes to the temple. We set sail in the morning.
I'm just going to go with Snarfang, and we are just going to stay on the ship. That way, there's two less people to worry about.
You need the scroll.
Yes, that's what I mean. I get the scroll with Criella, and then Snarfang and I will go to the ship, and we will just stay there together.
And we're
Why do you
leaving
want-
Kessera, Leave My Socks Alone, and Chester here at the Seven Stories.
I could definitely use some practice with the hammocks, no doubt.
Chester and Kestra,
Kessra, yes.
definitely. Leif, I mean...
Or is he staying on the ship as highly encouraged and motivated deckhand?
Let's go with that one.
Well, Criella, what do you say you and I go ahead and go get these scrying scrolls so we can get on the move?
Sure.
And Nayana, do you need a escort for your protection to the Temple of Anwa?
I don't need one, but as Paladins of Usul, I imagine you'd want to go, but you're welcome either way.
I have no obligation one way or the other, just trying to make sure that we don't have isolated party members.
Very good point.
Probably
There is an
wise.
assassin in town.
So,
Change
Merrick, myself, and the Paladins to the temple. The others, the docks and the library, and the scroll shop.
Awesome.
I personally don't want to be walking the streets whenever my father's messenger gets here, because God knows who else he might send.
You're going to have a
And
gnoll with you for part of the time, so calm down.
And Athana?
Criella is a capable fighter as well.
Where's it
Don't
Tana
want shit.
going? Temple of Anwa or to the library and the ship?
Athana, won't you come with Criella and I?
No, she wants to come with us.
We're the cool kids.
We're the cool
you're
people.
You're the nerds.
Actually, yes.
Book readers.
Thank you very much.
And
I am the
above
coolest
table, I
of
feel like
cool kids.
Athana would be like, temple would be kind of fascinating, but also them. So it's like, I'm curious. What would Athana do?
More inclined to head to the temple with.
With them, okay. I thought it was going to
But
go.
you were cooler.
Oh, wow. Claiming coolness. Understood. All right, so we're going to move out into the city after dinner here.
For the record, Chiron is extremely nervous right now, and he's ready to get the hell out of Dodge.
As he should be.
As the
And
rest of
that's
them
actually
are, they just don't want to go
supported by
blind.
Valrath. He's quite impressed that Chiron's got the wherewithal of trying to get ahead of that messenger.
Yep. So, as you guys are walking along, you are going to see an Aarakocra who is handing out invitations. He comes up to you all. Will you join us at the Monastery of the Flowing Waters?
Not this fucking guy.
Sorry, which
Isn't
group does he
that
approach?
Interactions of members that are of a physical nature as opposed to meditation?
Of course. We are seeking enlightenment of the physical body.
No, enlightenment is up the hill there at Usul. What you do is carnal pleasures.
He tilts his head. Perhaps so, but they are enjoyable.
Of
And I
course,
actually-
a selfish pursuit.
And Nano actually tilts her head a little bit, and her nostrils flare ever so slightly as she kind of takes a deep breath, trying to get his scent.
You gain the
Nothing-
sense of about 40 or 50 people.
Nothing
sees
wrong
this-
with carnal pleasures, but I serve at the altar of the siren.
So
Who is rubbing her nose from the influx of different scents all at once.
and he's going to offer you guys invitations to join at the festivities tonight at the Monastery of the Flowing Waters.
Cool. Yeah, Crayola takes an invitation.
Okay.
Athana
Okay.
just
Chiron's
walks
gonna
straight
take it and
past
just
him.
kind of wave it off, like, "Oh yes, that sounds great. Sure, we'll be there."
Athana just walks straight past him.
I thought it just goes right past him. Understood. Oh, excuse me. Yes. I suppose
Did you
we're not
know
for
that
everyone.
they've actually gathered around 200 people for this?
Oh, I'm sure they do a rotate every 3 minutes.
And he's walked off now, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah, we
doing
passed
more
them.
invitations.
Okay.
Yep.
And
I mean-
Nana's just like, and I've worked in a brothel before, but that was a lot of sense. All at once.
Ooh.
Mm.
They even say toys are included. I mean, if nothing else, the man does not give out empty promises, it seems. Throws the invitation over. Oh no, crumbles it in and tosses it in the nearest alley.
Okay.
He seems to have had more activity than a deck pylon.
Actually, for the record, I guess Nana would have taken an invitation too, just as curiosity. And she's looking at it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did he say he was the Pie Master? I didn't quite catch his name.
On the invitation, it would say you are cordially invited by Master Ope of the Monastery of Swing Water. And this is lore that I have to check mark when you guys go through there. Takes a couple seconds. All right. So, as the party splits, yay.
That's always a good idea.
It's always a great idea to split the party, guys.
It's fun.
How else are fun
Always.
things going to happen?
Yeah.
How
let's-
else do you cover more
Decisions by-
ground? I
made
mean,
by our
right.
fearless captain.
Hey,
Right.
it's worked so far. Come fix it if it's not broke.
Cool. So, as you guys come up to the Temple of Anwa, and this is going to be Athana, Ayana, Merrick, Astrid, and Valrath, correct?
I
Aye.
Yes.
Aye. Guys, go to the Temple of Anwa. As the moon is rising, there's some activity here. And you'll see one of the clerics carrying a lantern. He approaches you. Can I help you?
He looks very similar to this dude I saw on Wednesday night.
Would you have remembered this nobody that you walked past?
Probably not.
Okay.
Nana probably would have, though.
Okay.
She's eyeing him. Although, I'll roll a check for it. If
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
it be-
I don't mind rolling a check. We'll see
would
what
that be
happens.
history,
History?
perception,
History, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he just seems a familiar.
Yeah.
oh
Valrath might get a deja vu, but Nayana clocks this guy. Can I help you? Welcome to the Temple of Anwa. Are you here to worship?
Worship. That's something I haven't done in quite a while. Don't I know you?
I'm not sure, madam. He looks a little nervous.
The Valrath will greet him as the Order of the Light stands before the House of Endurance in recognition of the balance that strengthens all purpose, and he gives a salute.
The cleric looks at you, and the light of night reflects upon you.
Valrath will raise an eyebrow.
Is there something I can help you with today? After all, the festivities should be starting shortly. We are to have a dance.
A dance?
A dance under the moonlight, yes. We're doing what they call triangle dancing.
We've come to seek some guidance from Onwa.
Oh, how can I help you, brother? What guidance do you seek from our god?
Well, perhaps maybe some insight onto the purpose Onwa's husband Usul might have.
Purpose is subjective, of course. What purpose do you seek guidance with?
Well, both for myself and for my group in general, but we'll start with my group in general. How willing would
Your husband's group.
And she just smiles. Well, I'm sure you've met our very tall paladin of Usul here. And I'm pretty sure about that, because I'm fairly sure I saw you at the Temple of Usul. Did I not?
Me at the Temple of Usul? I'm sure you're mistaken.
Am I? I mean, I would find it rather strange to see... And you identified him as a cleric, right?
He looks like a cleric. He's got the holy symbol of Onwa on him. Yep. And there we go with the nat 1 on your insight check thing.
Jesus.
15 on Valrath insight. Just
nice.
because of the familiarity that
It
he
is,
had.
but because she goes, it is rather odd that a cleric of Onwa. Wait, and she looks at Valrath. Is he not dressed as a postulant when we saw him yesterday, or whenever it was?
He looks like some of the
Apple
new
State, postulant,
intakes
whatever.
that they had in the temple the other day. I'm not sure if it was exactly him or not.
Aspirant, that's what you call them, isn't it?
Right.
But what did you need guidance with from our goddess?
Is he nervous?
A little bit.
Well, for our group. And I said our. She eyes Valrath. We seek Onwa's guidance on our next direction to go.
Oh, in that case, you must always seek her face. And he's going to perk up a little bit. You see, Onwa travels the skies, chasing Usul. And
Reflecting
Usul,
his light.
Indeed. You know the catechisms well then, Lord Valrath, it was, yes?
How did you know my name?
You're the son of the captain of the guard, are you not?
Former, yes.
You're quite famous, sir. But you must follow Onwa's face through the sky in order to find your guidance. Do you wish to come in and pray?
I haven't done it in a very long time. But at this point,
You're a
we can't
follower of
rush.
Anwar?
She just kind of side eyes him.
For as much shite as you gave me.
And before I make that answer, I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment, make sure I got the right document.
For Merrick's part, he doesn't look uncomfortable, but seems to have absolutely no interest, one way or the other, being here or in any temple.
Right?
Well, and she'll look at Valrath. It's just, do you not remember me telling you?
I do believe this is the first time it's been mentioned.
My people believe she gave us our song and our ability to change shape.
It's quite a literal interpretation of a grounding presence for your song to ground ships on the rocks.
It could be interpreted as that eye.
You having this conversation next to this cleric?
Yes.
Okay. He's getting more and more nervous. Go ahead and continue.
And would it be another insight roll to see if she clocks that? Or is it getting obvious at this point?
You automatically know that. You're fine on that.
Trying to find...
Well, you'll have to excuse me. I do to tend to the finger sandwiches. If you have...
You weren't going to escort her to her prayer?
Hey, don't run off. Don't run off just yet. You look a little bit stressed. Are you okay?
I'm quite fine, thank you. I appreciate that. Everything's well.
You seem to be faltering in your strength of purpose. Why is that?
I have a lot to do, Lord Valrath. And he's going to come a little closer to you conspiratorially. You're taller than him by a significant amount, and he's going to gesture for you to lean down.
He stands tall.
He's going to stage whisper up to you. These are the Black Waters, the infamous privateers. They're terrifying what they do on the high seas. Are they being escorted by you, or are you taking them to prison?
Their bounties have been claimed.
Oh. My mistake. So are they free?
They are currently enlisted to reduce the blight that occurs on the open seas.
Oh, very well. Good. Yes, of course.
Merrick just looks at him and flicks his tongue.
He takes a half step back. Oh dear.
So I do believe you need to do your duty, find your strength and your purpose, and exhibit that grounding presence.
Yes. Remember, Onwa is the ever-changing. Come, pray within the temple.
And she'll respond to that with, the song is born of Anwa's breath, but it travels on Tulkur's weight. She's kind of testing him a little bit.
He has no reference to Tulkur.
Mm.
Actually, you know what? I will check, because this is a player character. He has no idea who the heck Tulkur is. Never heard of him. And I have been told I am nailing the character, just for the record. I'm on
There might be a little hint of intimidation in the interaction from Valrath to this individual.
Which is why he's nervous and faltering. It's good. All right. So he's going to escort you guys inside. Anything you want to do when you come inside to pray? As he's going to
Well, what is
gesture to a low table that is the makings for finger sandwiches. There's some pretzels and some party mix that has been set aside.
We do spag lunches over at the Temple of the Light. Easier for them to acquire and to move on.
Yeah, well, of course, we are not quite as well funded as the Temple of Usul, as you see.
she cuts her eyes at Valrath at that. The moon controls the tides. I thought that would be a little more worthy than, or at least as worthy as the light of Usul, would it not?
Worthy, yes, my lady, but not necessarily as funded. See, more people go to the Temple of Usul for the sunshine rather than the dark mistress of the night.
And she's looking around the room because it's kind of fascinating for her to see how she hasn't bothered since coming on land.
Or church.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, checking out how land dwellers worship Alma because it's very different.
It's very different, and as you look around the room, there's some people who are just standing around gossiping, just straight up gossiping, little hen-pecking gossips over to the side. There's someone over on the left prostrating themselves towards the moon. There's another person who's got an easel and is painting the moon. There's weird dichotomy in the lack of formality here as opposed to the Temple of Usul. People seem to be worshiping Anwa in their own way. Which is a little weird, but they seem to be all engaged in worship, but without any real leadership.
Which, considering how she was raised, is rather strange.
Oh,
She
yeah.
actually has more affiliation with how the Temple of Usul.
The formality of it, yeah, that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Here, the worship of Anwa is, for lack of a better term, loosey-goosey. And he's going to gesture, please, feel free to pray. It's an honor to have such distinguished people within the temple. And you, miss, as he approaches Athana, are you here to pray as well?
Imagine there's a brief flicker of swirling in her eyes. No. I'm not the praying type.
Takes a step back. Of course, no offense meant. You'll have to excuse me. I do have somewhere I need to be. Excuse me. And he's going to begin to
Why
move
are you
away.
trying to run off?
I have responsibilities.
Here you have somebody who's wanting to express her desires to communicate with the divine. It's an opportunity for you to provide assistance, and yet you are trying to shirk your duties and run off at the very first opportunity.
He waves his arms magnanimously. We can all pray to Anwa. He listens to all her children. But feel free. I do have somewhere I have to be. Excuse me. And he's going to fumble and start fleeing.
Suspicious.
Very.
Intentionally so.
But we know his
Quite-
face.
We'll
Quite
find
a
out
lack
about
of
that
rigidity
next
here.
Wednesday.
In the meantime, she'll try to find a quiet spot in front of a window that shows the moon and has plenty
Sure.
of moonlight, away from the strange others.
Yeah.
'Cause she's a little weirded out right now. but she won't kneel. And she's not a cleric, although I guess if her culture had anything close, probably as close to clerics as they probably have. But, and she's very rusty at this. She hasn't done it in a long time, although I'll say she has probably considered it since washing up on a beach several weeks ago, half alive, and not nearly as powerful as she was before. I mean, her abilities with lightning have been a little less than stellar than what she's used to. But yeah, she'll close her eyes and, at least to the best of her memory of how sirens typically do so, especially during the full moon, but underwater, when the moonlight is the brightest and can actually penetrate the water, and reach out to Anwa.
Okay. So let's get a religion check.
Oh yay, her forte.
Your prayers.
I think
All
she'll
right.
burn inspiration on that one.
You want to?
Yes.
Very well.
Except I can't. Because the dice is the. Okay, there it goes. Let's try this again.
Hey.
Oh my god, really? Okay.
So
Valrat will actually give her his.
Valrat's gonna give his inspiration. Oh,
A little boost from Musil.
We'll put a hand on his shoulder. Calm down and focus.
Can't believe I'm taking guidance from the paladin, but it is a paladin. And she'll actually inhale and take a deep breath, let it out. Try again.
prayers. Oh, it's 21. There we go. So,
the light of Usul.
and the light of Usul compels you.
It reflects
I
off of
have
all of them more strongly.
Seen the light. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
checks so hard.
Yeah.
The dice are telling a story.
They are telling a story.
Diana hates it right now, but
Hate
moving
to
on.
admit it.
As the god rays of the moon illuminate Nayana here in the temple, what is your prayer? What are you entreating of the goddess?
In which direction will we find Ekmenos?
Ooh.
And why does Tulkor withhold his power?
Oh. That's the question. You will get a vision in your mind of Ekmenos as he is currently sailing across the seas aboard the Zydrotha. His hair blowing in the wind is fabulous. His horns, sharp and pointy, rise against the setting sun as you view him from behind. He is sailing northwestwards. On the screen there for you guys. Boo! He is sailing northwestwards on the Zydrotha. Next to him, there are two women with green hair and purple tattoos. They are on either side and slightly behind him.
Do they look well?
I'm sorry?
Do they look well?
Yeah, they look healthy. One of them has a collar, the other does not. He's standing there looking out at the sunset, and he's got a determined look on his face as the camera pans around to the front of him. He starts moving. The two women follow. goes down into the captain's quarters, leaving the crew on the ship to handle on-deck duties. As he goes into the ship and to the charts, your vision is going to shift to where you can see the charts before him. He's going to make some marks on his map, and we will go ahead and for of you guys, we will make equal marks on the map for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Besmirch the map even more.
I'm sorry?
I'm just saying, besmirch the map. It must be done.
Yeah. So let it be written, so let it be done, right? One of the best movies ever. So, you have that's the path right now. Cool.
That he took, or
That's the path that he's got showing on his charts.
Okay.
Ooh,
So they're
okay.
With
going northeast.
They're currently here, but facing northwest. They're going to park in the cove. We'll put the last mark in there. Marks that.
okay. With that nat 20, does she get one more question?
Sure. We will be magnanimous.
Exactly the word that went through my mind.
I love that word so much. Word of the day. Magnanimous.
Figuring out how. I was like, I know how I want to word it. What corruption does Usul intend for me to root from the shelf?
Oh.
damn.
Your vision shifts,
Ooh.
and I wish I had this ready for you because I did not expect you to actually oh wait, I might have this ready. Oh, holy
Take
crap.
your time.
I might
Take your
actually
time.
have this. One sec.
Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Montage GM music.
Let's begin bullshitting.
The
Quick,
party started.
everyone,
The
press
party started
dissolve.
behind him. Apparently, the party started maybe behind him, and there's whatever the followers of Anwa do here.
Yep.
Man, so he is going north.
And actually,
Okay.
that's a point. And question for you while you're doing that: with Valras' hand on her shoulder, does he share the visions?
No.
Because it was his.
No.
Okay, just curious.
No.
Just curious.
He's not that religious.
The heretic
Fair.
there. No.
Fair enough. I didn't know if that connection or the fact that his narratively his inspiration boosted that potential for that role. If that would. Okay, just curious.
All right. I think we're ready. Here we go. You're going to get a vision
Okay.
of yourself diving through the surface of the water, but far away from the previous vision. Far away. Here, the water is dark blue, and you will find yourself going deeper and darker until swimming up towards you, there's an image. A siren is rising with a trident, and she looks like this.
With a trident poised in an attack, or just holding it?
Just holding it.
Cool.
Does she recognize the siren or the trident?
No.
I felt like I gave that for a reason.
So, as that comes up, you will see this siren rising from the depths, and below her, in the darkness, you're going to see two dark green slit eyes looking up at her. She will rise after having had communion with whatever that is down there.
And I guess would it take an insight check to roll if she knows that this slit-eyed creature is the corruption?
I'm going to let you interpret that as you want. I'm not going to answer that.
Fair enough. Okie dokie.
Because
That's a
I
fierce
want...
creature.
This is a divine experience, yes, but you're not going to get much more information than the vision. And visions like
fair.
this are fun to let you guys just interpret. And by the way, thank you, Mary. Perfect.
Oh, thank you for using that.
And she's never seen a siren that looks like this before.
Oh, you've seen sirens that look like her, just
Okay.
not her. And you've been gone a long time.
Mm.
Plus, where this person is from, there's...
It's a sister cousin.
Ayana, you've
Yes,
also
I
been
just-
granted inspiration.
Thank you! Which, I guess, does she recognize what kind of siren this is?
Kind of
Because,
siren is a great question. Roll a history check. That's a great phrased question. With a 19, yes, you would recognize the type of siren. We'll pull up the map once again. This is not a siren that is native to the Shimmering Abyssal Shelf. Button here. Instead, you've heard of these sirens being far off to the east and near Sinashara in Ivry, but off the coast.
They're migratory.
I don't say they. I'm going to say that this person is out of place.
Oh, sorry.
So this is where we're talking about. Cool.
Hmm.
You want out of place.
Okay.
Infestation.
Deception. Disgrace. Sorry.
Free range.
All right. So, with your double vision, is there anything else you need from the Temple of Anwa? In the 5 of you that are here.
I can only assist so much.
Wow.
Oh man,
My
I
back can
audibly
only
started
be so
laughing when
big.
you said that.
Hmm.
Valrat is such a dick.
Well, I guess by this point, that she's like kind of come back to herself. Light fades, I guess, from that.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Very much so.
Niana's just
Mar-
being like, give me the map, give me the map.
Lots of answers, but also more questions. And she literally does have this kind of just stunned look on her face.
Shall we
And she'll act-
prepare for the morrow?
Yeah, and she'll actually pat Valras' hand. Thanks for the boost. Before she'll step out from under it and
Speak
turn
nothing
her-
of it.
Oh, I
Literally.
won't. Ever again. She walks back toward Merrick. Well,
Get the answers you were looking for.
indeed. The prying ears, you know. But I will say, if any of you have the desire to leave an offering for the lady, and she actually looks, well, say lady, she's actually under the waxing moon. I have to remind myself.
Transitioning, yep.
Mm-hmm. Just a moment, because I do not have it quickly.
Valrat will leave a gold coin.
Or for the we'll just say the entity. And
Merrick,
she looks over her shoulder
again.
at the moon for a long couple of moments. They've been very forthcoming.
Merrick, not religious, but respectful. He would leave a gold coin as well.
Very well.
Though I will say, I trust Merrick a whole hell of a lot more than that cleric.
And she looks over at him, and that, I think you're right on point.
Something to keep an eye out in the future.
So if we've gotten the answers we need, we should perhaps head back to the ship.
Or at least the 7 stories for a decent rest before we depart.
Either way,
But I will say this, and as they're walking back through the temple to exit, and she's actually scanning, looking for that cleric again.
Will not see him. No longer here.
Mm-hmm.
He has disappeared.
But-
Not disappeared. The camera can follow him, but you guys will not see that he is currently rushing down the street and goes down in a couple alleys towards the forest.
But as they're walking out, she looks at pretty much the group as a whole. We have a heading,
a heading is good.
and we have a location.
A location's good.
And she just kind of abruptly walks off down the street and back towards 7 stories.
All right. So while you do that, the camera pans over to the other 2 people. A wizard and his cool bodyguard.
Yep.
I was going to say the nerds, but let's face it, Criella's pretty badass.
I mean, Crayola, like, it's basically the jock and the nerd going for a stroll together.
So, if they're the
That's a
nerds,
library day.
if they're the nerds, what does that make our subgroup called?
Church
The
group.
jocks.
Yeah, we're the jock.
The church group is what you guys are. The youth group.
The fanatics, the preachers,
The zealots.
the zealots.
All right.
Can I
So
be a Darkling? So, yes.
as you guys come in, you are greeted by a young woman. She's dressed in all purple. Hello.
Oh. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to know if Lao is in?
I do not recognize the name,
Uh,
but I am Vespera. Vespera Dalliance. This is my library.
like she's like, what is her name? And then she says, "This is my library." And she's like, opens eyes, looks over. You say this is your library?
Indeed, yes.
I would like to make an intelligence check
Sure.
to basically describe Lao as best as I could have. Just like, this, her, like, does she work for you?
To describe Liana. All right.
There's no way you pronounce that Liana. Lawana.
Sorry, Linnea. Sorry,
Linnea. Yeah,
I
it's just
mispronounced it. It's an
Linnea,
English character
yes.
in the last 2 weeks, and I haven't gotten a lot of use out of her yet. So it's Linnea.
Well, 14.
Okay, so you were able to describe Linnea very closely, and we will put Linnea on the screen. She's not actually here, but for the record, we will just put her on the screen for once again. So that is Linnea.
Or let her meet Korg.
Let her meet Korg. God damn Korg. All right. If it's a female, don't let them ever meet Korg. Just say it.
Ever.
Ever. Doesn't matter who
Ever.
they are.
Because he'll probably roll a freaking 20 on flirting with him.
Wait, is he a bard or is he just abnormal?
He's just horny.
He's a goblin ranger who is just horny.
Ah, well, he's a goblin. That explains it all.
So, Vespera
Sorrely takes him by the ear and drags him off.
takes Korg off the screen.
Right.
The fourth wall just goes away. Yeah.
Get over here.
So,
But yeah.
Vespera looks at you all. I'm sorry, I don't recognize the name. The description, she seems quite striking. You say you've seen her here before.
Yeah, I came by here earlier today, and she's sort of... That bitch!
There it is.
She pocketed the gold herself.
There it is.
Absolute whore. Ah, fuck.
Hey,
Reaches into her, like swings her backpack up, digs into it, finds out, takes out a book. Listen, I came in here earlier today. I found this book. I want to buy it, and I seem to have been.
No, we don't sell our books. Did you steal one of our books?
No! This person, this Lao, she was here. No one else was here. I assumed it was her shop. And I fucking gave her 100 gold. Mother.
100 gold for a book?
Listen,
Chiron.
this book is.
Chiron puts his hand on Criella's shoulder and says, "My dear, it's okay. Just explain what's going on. I'm sure she is reasonable."
Yes, listen to your husband. It's going to be okay.
Chuckle.
Oh, my dear, we are not married. We are simply teammates.
But tieflings are rare in Ryport, and the two of you must be in a relationship, obviously.
No, are you? Chiron starts for a second to try to ask if she knows his dad, and then he stops short because he remembers about Merrick talking about saying names.
You don't want to say
No,
those.
and he's like, are you familiar with Oh dear, I'm sorry. I completely forgot what I was saying. Creole, go ahead and finish what you were going to say. I'm so sorry.
Vespa, listen. You don't know how important this book is to me.
Well, if it's my
I'm
book, I
willing.
would like to have it back.
She hands it back.
Thank you. And she's going to check it. And she opens the cover and looks at it. Not my book. And we'll hand it back to you. All of my books. And she grabs another book and will open the cover. The very first page beneath the cover, that blank page, has an embossing on the page. The one you have does not have the embossing.
But I just. This is. Do you just have books that don't have the embossing? Because I just went over. She showed me where it was, the section, and I just began looking at the books. I picked out one. I picked out this one, and it was perfect.
Chiron's going to set his hand on Creola's shoulder again and say, "Hold on just a second, Creola. My dear, forgive me. What did you say your name was again?"
Vespera Dalliance.
Vespera, yes. Such a charming name. Is it possible, do you allow people to check books out of your library as long as they give you a promise to return the books?
Usually no, but if you'd like to use it for study here within the library, that's acceptable.
Is it possible if I were to give you, say, and Chiron's going to kind of look in his gold pouch and say,
She's going to
if I
wave
were
you
to
off.
give,
I do not need your money. I do not want it.
is there any way that Chiron can convince this woman for Creola's sake to let her take this book out of the shop with her?
Oh no, she gave
the
the
book
book back because it's not her book. Which is what really has Creola now going on the floor, being like, "What the fuck happened?"
Can I try to roll for
What do you
persuasion
mean
to
it's not
allow
your
us to
book?
borrow the book?
You've been given the book. It's not hers to give. You guys have the book.
No, I know we have the book, but Chiron's going to obviously, he's going to try to make this as honest a transaction as possible.
Right, but it's not her book, and she's told you so, and she gave you the book back.
Okay.
So
But-
you have the book in your possession.
Yeah, like
Okay. She
doesn't want
Creola
it.
has already pocketed the book into her backpack again and swung her backpack onto her shoulders.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with the book.
She saw the first, like, it's like, doesn't have my embossing. Oh, it's about that. No, icky, here.
Right.
Um,
Is there something else I can help you with?
I'm
I'm afraid I do not know this Linnea you have spoken of.
Listen, I don't mean to scare you, but perhaps you want to maybe look if anything is missing? Because she was in here. I met her here.
Where was she
Maybe-
studying? And she stands up to go and look.
I mean, she pointed. I don't know where she was at the beginning. I called out. She came out from one of the bookshelves. I can't quite remember. But then she pointed me over there, and she was always standing by like the table where we could see each other. But I didn't really pay attention to what she was doing.
She's going to ask you to show her the table that she had been standing next to. We'll go over and start inspecting the books. Interesting. There are 2 books missing. Oh, here's the other one. The one missing. As apparently Linnea had shifted the organization system for all those with OCCD. She has disorganized the shelf.
Maybe
Well,
Linnea
considering
took
of what's
the
on the
other book that
floor,
was
it can't be
missing.
that hard.
Right?
Maybe this Linnea person is the one that took the other book, since the other one seems to be here.
Perhaps so. This is most concerning. Very well.
I ran an Arcana check and a Perception check over her when I came in. Is there anything I noticed about her? I got a 23 on the Arcana and an 18 on the Perception.
There are traces of a spell that are washing off of her. She is recovering from a spell that had been cast on her. Because of your Arcana check being a 23, she was afflicted by the sleep spell.
So Linnea put her to sleep. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Chiron's going to use that to his advantage. He's going to say, my dear, I do believe... I'm sensing it seems like you might have had a sleep spell put on you. I'm wondering if this Linnea person is the one that did it.
That would be most troubling.
Why would someone want to put you to sleep, my dear?
Obviously to take one of my books. Especially this one. And she fingers the empty spot on the shelf.
Do you know what was the book about that's missing?
She's going to I have to make sure I get this right because I have lorehounds here, and if I
Across
get
the
this
Blackwater.
wrong, I will be in a massive world of hurt.
I also just ran an investigation check to see if I notice anything suspicious in here for her that I can give her hints and tips on.
You know, other than all the suspicious shit, there's not really anything suspicious.
All right. So it is regarding the Lumen Reliquary. It is a book about divine objects and relics. The Church of Usul.
Nope.
Can I... Yeah, I guess, and history would be to know more about it.
Yep.
I want to re-roll
I'm rolling.
because I want to re-roll that. Use
Chiron's
my inspiration because
goes away. Okay.
Yeah, because Chiron should
wait.
know what the Lumen Reliquary is.
Maybe.
It does sound very important.
Yeah, the Lumen Reliquary. It's a very powerful divine artifact that was recovered by the Church of Usul here in Ryport and is currently stored down in the basement beneath the temple.
Okay, so what she has is about the Lumen Reliquary.
What
It was
she's
the Lumen
missing
Reliquary.
is the book about the Lumen Reliquary
Okay.
and the expedition to find it and rescue it from the ancient wastes, where it had been lost over the past several thousand years after the fight with the great dragon Vagrodan.
So would Chiron know that if the person stole it, that they might be plotting to try to steal it from the Church of Usul?
I will leave that to you.
I'll definitely be bringing this to Valrath's attention to try to get some brownie points.
Understood.
I have no idea what this
Also known
reliquary
as
is.
Snitch.
Listen, man, all the best cops, they love snitches.
Sorry, informant.
I would say confidential informant.
Exactly. As Chiron sort of gets a long off look, as he's like, yes, what is this book about? Krell will finally snap. Wait! You're actually, I know this is a library, but do you have spell scrolls?
Oh, yes, we have several. We are a school of study, and we do need funding occasionally. But you do not appear to be someone who would be interested in scrolls.
Oh no, but
Oh, but I would. I mean,
Kai would.
I am a magic user.
I understand. Your husband is the spellcaster.
For dear God, my dear, I am not her husband.
She just said, She just confirmed it.
I mean, 2 tieflings is a valid assumption.
What a
Yep.
cover, though, right? Chiron
Okay,
is
I'm gonna
scared.
retcon that.
Influence.
I'm gonna retcon that. I'm gonna pull it back, and then I'm gonna just kind of. Yes, yes, I as her husband, yes, indeed. And Chiron just kind of rolls his eyes for a second, and he's gonna say, "Yes, I as her husband, I am a magic user, and I would be interested in such things as scrolls."
Which scrolls would you like? As she goes to one of the shelves and pulls down a large, big tome.
Yes.
Chiron's gonna look over at Criella, and he's gonna say, my dear, wasn't it the scrying scrolls that we were looking for?"
Yes, well, as we talked about earlier, look-at object would be far, far out of range.
Yes, indeed. So, yes, scrolls of scrying is what we are interested in.
We have 2 scrolls of scrying.
Oh, how much do you want for them?
Yes, my
They're
question is
going to be
exactly.
640 gold each.
Okay, and Chiron's gonna hand over 1,280 gold.
Rich boy!
Oh my god, look at this map.
All right.
Hey,
There we go.
She will produce the scrolls and will give you a scroll
Ooh.
case for them.
Included in the price? What terrific bartership!
What amazing customer service. I do appreciate you giving me these cases for this.
Of course, you don't want them to get ruined by rain.
That's exactly right. I would not, or fire for that matter.
Oh, fire will burn a scroll case. Do be cautious.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right, Kai?
But at least say
Was
one
she-
ember
Not
won't
that.
burn them.
Was she expecting Chiron to immediately just fork over the money as soon as she said it, or was she expecting him to fight her a little bit?
No. He accepts it.
She's a businesswoman. She's
She's a
like, "Yep,
businesswoman.
this is what it is. You're gonna pay it."
Yep, you're gonna pay it.
Yep.
There's a lot of lore
Okay,
behind
well-
this character, but to learn about that, you need to go watch the Awesome Blossoms campaign from a couple years.
I like this character.
Fun.
I
too.
am almost tempted to be like, you know what? I know we're like, the plot is basically kicking us in the ass to go to the shelf. However, what if we go get her book back?
I will tell you that campaign, that plot thread is for another campaign, but because you guys are here, we've seeded lore for other groups. And it's kind of fun to do. And we've done that for you
My
guys
dear.
as well.
My dear, why don't you come on the journey with us? I'm kidding. I'm
No.
kidding.
She won't.
Let's get her
Yeah,
out of here before Korg meets her. Anyway, so
Berg's not coming here. Thanks,
So-
man.
Much appreciated for the scrolls, Vespa.
yes.
Of course. Please have a wonderful day and enjoy the night air. It's a very romantic
Oh.
night tonight.
I'm
Oh,
sure it
man,
is.
partner.
The moon almost being full.
As Chiron walks out with Criolla, he's gonna kind of look at her and kind of whisper, "Your husband, do you say?"
No, I never said husband.
Well, you certainly didn't tell her no when she called me your husband.
No, I like to see you scrum.
Chiron's gonna kind of just wink at her and give her kind of a sly smile and say, "Oh, really? Is that so?"
Mm-hmm. You see, and like she sort of stops, looks over. How tall was Chiron again?
6'1".
6'1". Neat. Do I really not have that written?
I think you
Yeah.
said she Krell is 5'8".
I'm 5'8". Just So it's like looking a little bit up, putting one finger on your chest, not like pressing hard, but then doing the walking motion up. I like men who don't know how to really handle themselves.
As
And
the
it is
camera
like
pans,
finger
it catches the moon directly behind them, silhouetting the situation.
Finishing with a press on your forehead, and then a turn. Come on, we can't keep Snufferfang waiting. I'm pretty sure he's
Chiron.
getting bored in that alley we put him in.
As she starts trying to walk away, Chiron's going to say, "You know, you're not the only one that knows how to make somebody squirm, my dear."
Turns. Oh.
Indeed. Again, Chiron being the completely inexperienced person, he's going to do great at trying to flirt, but when it actually comes down to having to perform, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Understood. So does he try to reach out for her tail with his?
Yeah, he might.
Okay.
Actually, he might.
All right, cool.
Ooh.
For the record, I know this is a touchy subject, but we are going to, for this, respecting Chiron's boundaries here. Is this cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Totally cool.
Cool. Just confirming.
Chiron's gonna flirt. Chiron's gonna flirt with Criella when he gets a moment with her by herself because she's another tiefling.
Understood. So it's going to be tail on tail action, a little bit, but he's clumsy at it, is what I'm hearing. Correct, Chiron?
Chiron is just for the record. Chiron is he's innocent in the ways of women when it comes to that the physical side, but
Not
when it comes to the
is what he thought it said.
for the mental and emotional side, he knows how to flirt. He just doesn't know what to do with them when he gets them.
Understood. So what we've got is the first time he's held hands with another tiefling type thing, or touched tails.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's pretty close.
Understood. So we've established that Chiron has gotten some tail.
Yes.
And if correct me if I'm wrong, Criella is a monk, isn't she?
Yep.
Yes.
So if she lays him out, then you could say he got tail and got laid.
So what you're saying is we're now heading to the arena? Man, Fang is getting just pulled around.
Interaction.
Snarfang follows you guys down the street, just chuckling.
Yeah, Chiron, very important question.
Yo.
With the tail action, I don't know, what role would you say to establish dominance?
Sleight of hand.
What?
You cool with that, Chiron?
Oh god, yeah, it's a +0. Holy shit.
Let's do really opposed sleight of hand checks here.
Oh god. Okay.
Dexterity.
So it's instead of thumb battle, it's tail battle.
That makes so much sense.
So like Chiron, we probably begin walking off, and like we're walking side by side. Fang comes in, like your tail comes down, and like begins wrapping around Creella's. And then when she notices it, like with a smirk, her tail with the discipline she's used sort of just wraps around yours and almost wraps up and yanks you just a little bit closer.
A full Monty suplex.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that would make sense. She's definitely stronger than Chiron because I've got a -2 on strength, so.
As you guys pass that next alley, there's that invitation sitting on the ground in a puddle.
Yeah, we passed the invitation. We don't need that invitation. We don't need your stupid party. The tools we might.
So we will move down the street as you guys head towards the ships.
Oh, that's great.
I picked the perfect time to go get ice cream. This is great.
That was freaking amazing. Oh my god.
Very good. Cookie dough. Awesome.
Oh.
All right. So, Criella and Chiron with Snarfang will make their way towards the docks where you guys can go to the ship and establish your presence there. Is there anything you want to do before getting on board the ship? The three of you.
Chiron's just gonna you know, he's going to stay at the ship with Snarfang overnight, and he's going to try to gain proficiency with climbing into hammocks.
Understood. Please roll your acrobatics check.
Is that with
Son of a
assistance from
bitch.
Crayola?
It's probably going to have to be.
That is... You know what? It has been a long time.
Yes!
So
Yes!
yes.
Eat shit!
He figured it out. He's good. I love the biggest celebration is for Chiron getting into a hammock.
Soon
Finally
as,
gets the hammock.
soon as they get on
What
the
if I-
ship in the morning, he's gonna be like, "Watch this!"
And then he's going to fail the roll again.
Trying to impress Valrath, and then he eats.
Diana, watch, I can get into the hammock. Rolls a natural 1 and knocks his ass out again.
Look what I can do. Yeah.
like every kid when they go to show their parents something.
Yeah.
Look what I can do!
Exactly
no, you've not
right. Straight
graduated
out of
beyond
SNL.
pork applications to the horn tips.
Is it SNL or Mad TV? I forget.
I think it was Mad TV.
Was it lowered expectations?
We are so old, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. And the fact that you all get the references, though, that's the thing I
mean,
can do with my
fair.
audience. That's the fun part. All right.
Krayla goes back to the ship, or
Rayla,
back
did
to-
you stay at the ship
ice.
with Chiron, or are you going to leave him alone on board?
No, I'm staying in the ship with Chiron. I'm just checking over. I don't think the D&D sheet is actually correct for my attack bonus right now.
Okay. I will double check that for you.
Weird. Oh no, I think it's taking my wisdom to be my attack bonus, but I have nothing that should do that. That I know
As
of.
a monk, you can do that. I think. Let me double check.
Well, no, martial arts is only I can replace strength with dex for the purpose of to hit and damage with my
What
unarmed.
do you got here? Currently have +8. You have +4 from dexterity, +4 from your, or +3 from proficiency.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I got it. I have a +1 because I have a magic weapon +1.
Yep.
I'm stupid.
That'd do it.
I forgot. I
The
forgot.
Insignia of Claws. That's what it is.
Yes.
All good. You're set. Cool.
You
Everything's
said
fine.
it as a monk weapon?
Insignia of Claws affects unarmed strikes, not monk weapons. Yeah.
It's,
All right.
Yeah, it's the monk's version of +1 weapon.
Cool.
Don't monk shit.
So we pan the camera over to the rest of the party. Eric, Nayana, Athana, Astrid, and Valrath, the 5 of you, have just gotten done at the Temple of Anwa. Where are you going? What would you like to do?
I'm guessing we're headed
far
back
as
to the
I
Seven
know,
Stories, yeah?
Yeah, as far as I know, we're going back to the
Back
Seven
to the
Stories.
7 stories. Very good.
Back to the basement.
Back to the basement.
Establishing Chester and the rest of them so that they can continue to maintain the 7 stories.
Yes.
All right.
Getting them all set up in Stepidon's position.
Cool.
I'm still surprised Astrid hasn't gone and hunted him down.
She's been busy.
She's been a little busy.
All right. So as you guys are there, I'm gonna leave. There's at the docks. Let's them to the docks because right now I think they just got black screens. Real docks, along with Chiron. There you go.
Wahoo.
Fixed. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So, meanwhile, as you guys come down to the basement, you guys can establish Chester here with Kesra. And Kesra is going to have fully recovered by the time you guys get back. She took another short rest.
And if Stepidon feels that he's made a mistake and comes crawling back, he can have his old job back for 1 gold.
She nods. I do not know who Stepidon is.
Actually, what Nana can do, she cast Disguise Self as Stepidon,
Okay.
very briefly enough so Kessler can see what he looks like.
And he is to receive 1 gold a day, or per week, or per year.
What were we paying him before?
A gold a day? I
1 gold a
think?
day.
I'm pretty sure it was a day.
You guys are paying
Yeah,
one gold a
exactly.
day is what I have. Cool.
Per minute out of Valryn's purse.
And once Kestra has a good idea in her mind, she'll drop the disguise self.
All right. So,
And
are you leaving Kesra in charge of the 7 stories with Chester?
probably best. She can speak. And but she'll
I
yield
think
to the
they'll do
group.
just fine. I think they'll do just fine. Chester's not entirely incapable. He just can't talk. So as long as there's someone with a voice to help him out.
Are we decided then?
I'm for it.
Yeah.
All right, there's
Okay.
Chester for you guys.
Hey. Well, and
Good
while
lad.
he's hopefully pouring out some drinks because we're about to need them,
Yep.
she will pull the map back out, spread it out on the table.
All right. This part, we will allow everyone to be map low.
Yeah.
Input from the whole party is
Hey,
All right. Thanks to that little boost, but Onwa was surprisingly, I'll say generous, if not, I won't say forthcoming, but and she will show, and I will, of course, describe what she was first shown of Ekmenos. He's on the Zydrotha. He was sailing northwest. But he was sailing northwest into a cove, and she points at the map. Here.
So we raid the cove.
Now, see, this shelf is now marked on the map. So here's the shelf here. Aha!
That's the shelf?
Mm-hmm.
We
Quite the
have
map.
fun things coming with the map. I will tell you that the entire world map is being redone, and we should have something for you guys next week. But it is a massive undertaking that you're getting help with from our staff.
Now, if we decide to go there, I can try to draw a map of the shelf from memory. But
I'd rather hit the cove over the shelf.
that's rather my instinct, but
the distance.
the shelf is
Yes.
3 weeks. The
We're
cove
still
would be
looking.
about...
We're
Yeah.
still looking at about 2 weeks travel. He'll be long gone by now.
That's
Yes.
if
But to remove his base,
the
his
vision
foundation.
that Onwa showed me was in real time. There's no indication of exactly when that was. Could have been in the moment, could have been in the past, could have been in the future. I had no way to tell. But if our wizard and monk were successful, scrying will show us where he is real time. But either way, it seems we're sailing north.
I'm all for hitting the cove with or without Alcmenos there. If nothing else, then to remove his financial base and whatever he's got stored at that location. I'd rather chase that than rumors and speculations and false expeditions.
There's also the thought that if we just travel north, we could intercept him on the way to the shelf.
I don't want to be too far deep into protectorate waters unless we're hunting vessels.
We leave this port and go anywhere near those coves. We're deep in protectorate waters anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So then, Seafarer Merrick, where is the shipping lanes that we need to utilize? And which ones should we avoid?
We also have a mark,
Okay.
a letter of mark from the Protectorate from our dear friend Mirren that you guys
do have-
so lovingly
we do have that.
convinced. seems-
Where would be the common shipping lanes?
But common shipping lanes would be into the Protectorate, deal with other vessels in the Protectorate. So from, go and grab arrow here. All right. So it would be from Ryport into the Protectorate, a variety of areas. In order to do that, there would be a shipping lane that goes from Ryport here over to Nausha. There's a shipping lane that Merrick's aware of that goes to Enland Point over here. There's one that goes up and around over to Kesu there, and then from Kesu through the strait here to Shimahaba. This one, from Kesu to Shimahaba, you would know is no longer active. No one is doing that one anymore because Shimahaba
And you get
burned.
jalapenos with your queso.
Kesu does go down to Rio no Sume, and from Rio no Sume, which is kind of a stop here, they go to Bourbon, Vehan, Sahua, and down to Karth. And Sahua is in the process of rebuilding after Dragonfire. Oh, and Mizerin. I apologize. I missed Mizerin there.
So there's no established shipping lane going east-west between Kesu and Avery?
No.
Mm.
Not at all. And you can roll a history check.
Oh, okay.
And no one goes east.
Hmm.
That's ships that go
history.
east don't return once they leave Enland
Oh.
Point.
Oh,
So
I love these dice.
So
Nice.
Ivry, or Ivrix over here, is known as the home of the House of Flowers, the clandestine organization that is viewed as an assassin's guild, and they own the entire continent. They dabble in the political structures of everyone else and are spies, courtesans, infiltrators, information brokers, generally a whole lot of, CIA and KGB, the whole mixed together over there. And that is the Assassin's Land, where even the plants are poison. It's a terrible place that no one wants to go, and supposedly, if your ship docks there, you die. That's the rumor. Obviously, it can't be true, because then the people there would be. But it's not a good place for people to visit.
And Nana knows from that, and the vision she would get to here in a moment of the corruption, that siren was from that area, which indicates potential that the House of Flowers may have a hand in all this.
She was from off the coast, so in
Off
the
the coast,
water
yeah.
here, so not necessarily.
Yeah, just that there's a potential there
There's a
for that.
potential for that.
Possibility.
And again,
Um,
we have lore about Sinaluma or Sinashara up here. With the 21, Sinashara is an old city that got destroyed by a natural phenomenon. A hurricane destroyed the city and flooded it. Everyone inside Sinashara died, and it was blamed on the wrath of the seas. I think with a 21 history, that's where I'm willing to take you.
Okay. Blamed on the wrath of the sea, blamed on... okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Darn.
My thought is we start at least following that initial trail. Use the scry to see where he actually is. If we need to, we can head off straight north and try to intercept, or take the strait beyond Kesu and go behind the archipelago and go around
and try to ambush him. But either way, it sounds like we're sailing north or northwest to begin with, until we have a more exact location.
So do we go around the protectorate waters, or are we bold and audacious and go through the protectorate waters straight for the cove?
I
Or
don't
do we
think we have.
stop in Kesu, get new information, and then head up that direction?
Time isn't exactly on our side, at least until we know an exact location of where he is. Time now.
I think we set sail and do a scry to try and get an exact fix on where he is at.
And then change direction, because we might get, I mean, a day out of Ryport would get us probably, what, like there?
Yep. Not even.
And how do we deal with the Banshee fog? We've kind of lost the last method of dealing with it.
We'd have to avoid it. We need to head in that direction anyway. Hopefully try to sail north of it.
What Banshee fog and where?
I am disappointed in you, Captain.
It's not like there's so much time to tell him. But I'm trying to remember. I know it was about halfway through the shipping lane between Rapport and Ice. It was like right about there-ish.
Yep. Banshee fog goes tonight. So you guys can avoid it if you leave after tonight.
Okay. So yeah, because it occurred every, what was it?
3 days.
Yep.
Every 3 days, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if we leave with the morning tide, it would have happened tonight. So we'd have three days to get out of its range.
Well,
Plenty of time.
considering I want to shove off in the morning, that would put us out of its range, then we'll do.
Very shrewd planning, Captain.
Believe it or not, I do know what I'm doing.
And with that, as you guys are prepared to leave, I think that that's a great ending point for us as you guys take your map and are ready to go. All right. So, as Merrick says, believe it or not, I know what I'm doing. We'll end here, and we'll come back next week to give Astrid one last chance to do anything she needs to do before leaving Ryport. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as always, guys, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to be your GM. Thank you for choosing me. There's a ton of amazing ones out there. I'm always thankful you choose. You know, someone wants to play in my games, I'd love to talk to them about getting on the wait list, because right now our groups are all full, but the wait list is actually really short right now. So let's get people on it. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day. Please stay safe. Back this evening for the Raiders of Forgotten Lands as they pick up their next job and infiltrate a cave with crystals in it. But they can figure out as they're working to foil the plots of Tohai, a prophecy.